Show, the truth in sports talk streaming. When you want unbiased opinions about your favorite team without the spin, all you have to do is find The Monty Show, streaming live and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on YouTube. And now, here's Monty.
Hey, The Monty Show, live on your YouTube machine, presented by our good friends at The Advocates, theadvocates.com. Best injury attorneys in the business. You know what I love about The Advocates? They know that when you're reaching out to them, you're calling them, you're chatting with them online, you're probably having one of the best, most important conversations of your life, right? Maybe, you need an expert, you've been in an accident, you went to The Advocates because you know there's nothing they have not seen. They know the answer to every question you're going to ask. That's why you go to The Advocates, where you can chat with an attorney live online and it won't cost you a dime. TheAdvocates.com. Hook it up. Tell them you heard about it on The Monty Show. Good Tuesday already. January 30th. One more day in February. And again, I just say, can you believe that it is already February?
Yeah, kind of wild.
Unbelievable that the month is just flying by. A lot to get to today. I don't know if excited is the word that I would use to talk about the Big 12 schedule release today. The anger and vitriol that was online today was kind of ridiculous. So I was tweeting with a couple of people who were like, if you don't, you're going to give respect to Oak State. They are the favorites, and I don't care what you say. I got two "Do you even watch games, bro?" comments today on Twitter.
I'm a man.
One of them was from an Oklahoma State fan. It was like, bro, you don't even watch games. What do you know?
3/4 of this is inaccurate.
So here is the Big 12 schedule matrix, right? You got the top half, you got the bottom half. You've got Oak State, who essentially doesn't play anybody until Utah in week 4 on their schedule, right? And then K-State, West Virginia, bye week at BYU, where you're not allowed to say horns down, at Baylor, Arizona State, TCU, another bye, Texas Tech, and then at Colorado. Would you more lean towards, Jake, Utah or Oak State to win the league?
Yeah, I mean, I would be looking at Utah. I think that, Utah is a more reliable selection. Now, obviously, Oak State showed their quality, right? I mean, obviously, you got run out of the house by Texas, but I think, you had a strong finish to the season before the Big 12 championship game. But looking at this season, to me, for Utah, this is the final ride. This is it for Cam Rising, Brant Keithy. Like, this is it for the boys. So I would expect them to come out and try to have a big season. And it's fitting that it's the first year in the Big 12. And if you think that the new schools coming into the Big 12 aren't looking to prove a point, you're mistaken, because I do think that schools like Utah are trying to come in here and prove a point. And if you come in here in your first season and you can somehow win the Big 12 and obviously put yourself into the college football playoff, that's a big deal. And so to me, I look at it and I say, yeah, who am I looking at as a favorite? I think Utah's got to be one. I'd have Oak State number 2, and then I think I'd probably have Arizona number 3, even with Jedd Fisch leaving. I think when you've got Noah Fafita, you've got a gunslinger quarterback in the Big 12. I think that's the kind of football style that you need to play. You need to play an offensive style for the most part to have success in the Big 12. The difference with Utah is Utah's defense is so damn good, it doesn't matter who they're playing. They seemingly hold you under 20 points. So to me, that's the biggest difference. So I would say Utah is the favorite, but I do think it's the idea of it's the way too early, gotta wait and see what the roster actually looks like type prediction. I'm simply saying Utah off of what I know Kyle Whittingham to be, what I know that defense to be every single year, and assuming that Cam Rising's knee can stay healthy for an entire season.
Well, listen, I think one of the major caveats to this conversation is Jedd Fisch left Arizona. Because I think if Jedd Fisch had stayed at Arizona, I'd have Arizona number 2 on this list. I don't think it's even close. I think this is going to be a very different year in the Big 12. I think that Utah is going to be comfortably on top of this league. I think you have to talk about K-State. It's interesting what the Jayhawks are doing, playing a lot of games in a soccer stadium and at Burrowhead Stadium, because they have construction and facilities going on. But I think you look at the rest of it, there's no reason that Oak State can't be in the third slot here. I don't love what Mike Gundy has not done in the transfer portal as usual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now you've got Gunnar Gundy going to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, baby.
He's not going to Alabama. We're aware. But you have a lot of change there. And I think the problem is, can you count on this offense outside of Ollie Gordon to score enough points? And the answer is no. I don't think you can. And then I don't know. I am certainly no expert at at hitting the like button like you guys are. I have no idea what West Virginia did to piss off the whole of America. Because you look at some of these schedules and you start saying to yourself, okay, well, Arizona, New Mexico, their first tough games, K-State on the road. Okay. You flip around in West Virginia and they're starting Penn State, Albany, at Pitt, Kansas, at Okie State, Iowa State, K-State, Arizona, at Cincinnati, Baylor, UCF, and Texas Tech. Neil Brown needs fired is going to get his wish. Because, geez Louise, what is it that West Virginia did to piss everybody off? Right? Like, that's amazing. Well,
yeah.
Can you believe that James is going to send us pictures of what KU Stadium looks like now?
Hi, this is James. Welcome back.
Wow.
Yay.
James, I got to tell you, I'm sitting on it. Like, I am just.
You're sitting on it.
Champing at the bit. I cannot. Okay.
I get it.
Okay. And James also says, just a reminder, Okie State, please, has their best wide receiver returning from injuries.
It's easy hindsight.
Okay. And obviously their quarterback situation
is just amazing, dude. I don't know how we're not sitting here like raving. Alan Bowman for his 18th season in college football.
It's my quarterback.
Come on, dude.
I don't think that again, if you can run the ball and you can listen, man, if you can run the ball,
Ollie Gordon's coming back, dude. Oh,
he can't throw the ball though.
Oh,
I don't know. I think I look at the rest of this league and whether we're messing with James and we're just having a good old honky tonkin' time with good old James. I think I look at the Big 12 and I think this is a three horse race.
Yeah. The problem with the Big 12 is there's a lot of these teams that are just simply down right now. They're just simply not very good. Whether it's Texas Tech, K-State, Kansas, what kind of Kansas team are we going to get? Are we going to get the good Kansas team or the average Kansas team? Because that seems to be a week by week question with all due respect. Like some weeks you were good enough last season to beat Oklahoma and other weeks you couldn't beat your mom's, knitting institute. So to me, it's like, what team are we getting when we talk about Kansas football? And then you look at, again, TCU. What is Sonny doing with TCU? Are they going to take a step forward? Is TCU a top 5 team in the Big 12 this season?
What is Joey McGuire doing?
Yeah, what's Joey doing, man? I do agree with what we said at the end of this past regular season for Texas Tech. Dude, Joey's got to get it figured out this year. And I feel almost uneasy and surprised to be saying that, hey, Joey, if you don't get it figured out and you turn in another 4 or 5 win season, you're going to be done there. But I think that's the case.
Yeah, if they struggle out of the gate, Joey McGuire's in real trouble. You just can't have the nonsense that we saw last year. And I think Joey had a lot of people excited, but to finish 7-6 when you were supposed to be in contention for the Big 12 championship, I think is a huge problem.
Well, Texas Tech was supposed to be what Oklahoma State was, right? I think that's what we were expecting. Hey, Texas Tech is going to be a dark horse. They're going to come up from the bottom, and they're going to surprise a lot of people, and don't be surprised if they're at Jerry World playing for the Big 12 championship. And it was exactly the opposite. And what did we get? The Mullet and company struggling early in the year, turn it around somehow, and they get to the Big 12 championship game to get stomped like we knew they would. And that's the thing with the Big 12, man. You never know who's it going to be this year. Would anyone be surprised? Again, and this isn't even a dig at James or anybody. Would anyone be surprised if Oklahoma State just had kind of an average year this year and there was another surprise out of the Big 12?
Like, I would not. And listen, I understand that Oak State's going to keep a lot of that talent that's on that roster, but I look at Baron Morton and Taj Brooks at Texas Tech. That should be the most exciting quarterback running back combo in the Big 12. I mean, that is absolutely packed with potential. And I think you're looking at a situation where you if you're in Lubbock, you should be excited about that. And I also think I have no idea what Iowa State's going to be. Because again, you're obviously Matt Campbell. That's a guy that you just love and respect. I mean, Matt Campbell's a guy that you're excited about to have as your coach. Rocco Becht is a guy that, is going to have to probably carry much of the offense. He and Jaden Higgins are going to be something to watch. Their defense is going to be stellar again because that's what Matt Campbell does. And if they come back and you're not going to improve on their defensive performance from last year. I mean, wasn't it some stupid number like 5 yards a play that Iowa State gave up? So you're not going to improve on that. But I think that's going to be very good.
Yeah.
I think that that's a team that I would watch. And I think that Matt Campbell's one of those teams that can surprise. I really do. But with so much new blood coming into the league, and I wonder if it is a situation where can we pick out one of the new teams to thrive? I think that's Utah. That's a big conference program. That's Kyle Whittingham. They're going to reload. They're always going to have defense. The question is, I'm even more curious about Brant Keithy's situation. What's he going to look like? How healthy is he going to be? And how much of an impact is he going to have snap in and snap out for the Utes? Because he's not just a pass catcher. He is an all-around football player who impacts every snap that he's on the field for.
Yeah, and I think that what's surprising to me, again, and I'll keep saying it, like, we haven't heard much out of Brant Keithy. And not that I'm expecting the guy to do a media tour or something, but usually, you just get like a hype video here or a tweet there. Or
we got the one hype video on his return.
Yeah.
But he's not an outspoken guy.
Yeah. I mean, but you're right. I mean, he's integral to what they do on offense. And again, that's why I say, like, this first year in the Big 12 for Utah is very much a boom or bust proposition. In terms of, like, if Kyle Whittingham can come out here and win the Big 12 and make a statement like that, this guy's going to coach for another 5 years, in my opinion. But if you come out here and you suffer more injuries and he's got to play the portal game and he's got to kind of catch up with the times, I think, we could go the other direction, because Witt's definitely one of those guys who was slow to embrace NIL, slow to embrace the portal. He was much more in the, Nick Saban thought process of, hey, NIL and the portal isn't exactly helping things as a head coach. So that's why I say there's a lot on the line here. And I conversely, you look at the other side for BYU, like, dude, like, Utah's coming into this conference and they're better than you. There's no way to say that you're better than Utah. That's just not the case right now. And yeah, I like what Utah or what BYU did in their first season in the Big 12. But as this conference changes and evolves, you should theoretically have another win or two on that schedule with Oklahoma and Texas leaving. You should be able to beat Colorado theoretically. We'll see what they actually are like on the field. You should compete with Utah, but I'm not sure I can say I'm comfortable with you beating them yet. And I look around the conference, and I'm just sitting here saying, what's BYU versus Oklahoma State look like this year? Those are the kind of games for BYU where I'm like, hey, are you in that game or are you out of that game?
Yeah, I think Witt's done a nice job. Dorian Singer, I know that Ute fans got really excited about Dorian Singer from SC via Arizona. I'm not that excited. I think you don't hop around as much as he's hopped around without cause. I mean, I'm much more Gilman, the safety from Stanford, I think is a much bigger pickup. Tayshaun Lyons from Washington, I think is a really nice pickup. And we'll see what comes of it. I mean, obviously you're getting Cameron Calhoun from Michigan as well. I mean, that's a nice pickup, but you've got to. I think that the biggest question is who in this league of the new schools can really come in and make an impact. I don't believe that Arizona State is that school. I don't believe that Arizona's that school. I think Deion Sanders is by far head and shoulders got the most new talent on his roster.
Do you believe?
I mean, if you start thinking about what Colorado has built, I mean, you look at their portal and you start looking at the defense that my man has put together, and it's impressive how much the defensive line has gotten better, how much the secondary has gotten better. And Jake, I think this is a year that Deion Sanders really, that program will take a big step up.
Yeah. And I think they need to take a big step up. Last year's, obviously his first year at Colorado, you started hot, beat some teams you shouldn't have beat. And then I think it caught up to you. And I think, the opposition kind of figured out, hey, we can run on this team. We can out physical and out will this team. And yes. I think, that's what bothered Deion so much. And yeah, you got embarrassed a couple times, like things happened last season. But again, the biggest issue for Colorado is the trenches on both sides of the ball. Shedeur Sanders cannot be running a marathon all game long trying to get the ball down the field. He's got to have a pocket to work with. And if you can just give him, 3 seconds, a snap at most, he's going to be a lot better. I mean, that makes Travis Hunter better. That makes, a lot of guys better. So to me, I look at it and I say, hey, you got to get better. And they did get better and the defense will be better. But the question is, what kind of protection can you provide Shedeur? Because if you can provide Shedeur Sanders protection, he will get the ball down the field to somebody. And I'm inclined to think that if your offensive line is better, your run blocking should be better as well, because you really didn't have a run game last year either. So to me, the Big 12 has always been a bigger physical conference. You've always kind of had that ground and pound sort of feel in the Big 12. And I think Colorado is a little more adept to handle that, coming into this year than they were last year.
I mean, again, Deion had a massive pull in the portal.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. And when we start looking at what that exactly means, I mean, the offensive line, if you look at the offensive line, the trenches are already better. That secondary, which was so riddled by injury, is already better. Like I have no doubt. I think this is what makes the transfer portal and Deion Sanders, who is absolutely magnetic, in my opinion. He is one of the most important guys in college football. I think this is what makes him so damn lethal. I just start looking at some of the defense that he brought in, and it's shocking. Like, I don't know how he did it. I really don't know how he did it. And the December portal period was wild for Colorado. I mean,
I sifted through all that.
I think the guy is absolutely remarkable in what he's been able to do. And I think it'll be very interesting to see what he's able to do with like Quincy Wiggins, the defensive lineman from LSU. I think that was a big pickup. That's a 9.2 guy, right? Like that's a guy that can really make a difference. BJ Green is another guy that is 9.1 from Arizona State. Like you look at the numbers, don't lie. And it's across. It is across the defensive line where he just got way better. And then, you look at Tyler Johnson from Houston. That's a 9-point guy on the offensive line. You look at Justin Mayers. He's a kid from UTEP that was hotly contested. I think a lot of people thought he was going to wind up in the Big Ten. He winds up at Colorado, and that's an 8.99 guy. So he's a 9-point, guy. Like, you're looking at the guys that he brought in, And this is not some small to do nothing. Like, this is a guy who went out and got significantly better.
Well, and at a minimum, he's got a bunch of talent that he can develop, right? I mean, even no matter what you say about these guys, like, you're not accidentally a 9.2 or an 8.8.
No.
Or, like, these guys can play. And I think that was the thing last year, is that he had kids, but they were not like this level of raw talent and this level of ability. And so it's like, for Deion, he knew that if he could just upgrade the raw, undefined talent on his roster, that he and that staff could go out there and develop these guys and turn it into what they needed it to be. And so it didn't have to fall so much on, the names that you already know that are at, the Shadors, the Shilohs, the Travis Hunters. Like, it didn't have to fall on that core group of guys if he can spread out the responsibility across the roster. So we'll see. I mean, again, that's the thing about this Big 12 schedule matrix, is you look at what Colorado's got to deal with, or what any team's got to deal with, and some paths are more difficult than others. But what I will say is that I do think the Big 12, just generally speaking, is far easier than last year's Pac-12.
And Samuel Okunlola is, I mean, I don't even know how that happened. How do you get a kid that's quality? His defensive line, they're going to be 9 deep on defense. 9 defensive linemen deep. I mean, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. So, your comments, who do you think were the winners of the Big 12 schedule matrix? I don't think there's any doubt. If you are looking at this matrix, you look at BYU, for instance. BYU is somebody that obviously starts at home with Southern Illinois, but at SMU, at Wyoming, K-State, at Baylor, and then into a bye. That's a pretty soft start to your schedule.
But it's SMU.
Yeah,
Come
and
on.
SMU is good. Wyoming is good, but that's a coaching change there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a funding gap at SMU now. I think you are looking at K-State, and you're getting them at home at altitude, as you are Arizona, Oak State, Kansas, and Houston are all games played in Provo this year. Your road schedule is at Baylor. That's a game I would think that you could win. At UCF, at Utah, and Arizona State. That's a bowl-eligible schedule.
Yeah.
That's what that is right there. And then I look at, like, Colorado. You start with North Dakota State, at Nebraska, at Colorado State, Baylor, at UCF. Look at Deion on the road, right? At Nebraska, at Colorado State, at UCF. Those are 3 very difficult arenas to play in. The environments on the road for him are already crazy. At Arizona, at Texas Tech, and at KU.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy. You look at his home games, right? Baylor, K-State, Cincinnati, Utah, and Oak State. My guess is when we get to Utah and Oak State, I would think that Deion would have his guys bowl eligible this year, because his home schedule is winnable, is very winnable. But I look at Baylor, and again, I'm asking for a friend, Dave Aranda. Why are you still the football coach at Baylor? Like, you look at his home games: Tarleton State, Air Force, BYU, Oak State, TCU, and Kansas. Okay, is he beating Oak State, TCU, and Kansas? Probably not.
I'm not sure he's beating BYU.
I think BYU's a winnable game. Air Force is always difficult. And Tarleton State, but those, you got to win your first 3 games at home. You really, if you're Dave Aranda and Baylor, you're not going to win any of your first 3 road games, because you're Utah, Colorado, and Iowa State to start. And then you come right out of your bye on October 19th in Lubbock, and you're getting slapped on the D with some tortillas.
So I said, yeah.
And then you got to go to West Virginia and Houston.
Yeah.
I don't see that he survives this year. I truly do not see that he survives this year.
Well, we didn't see he survived last year. I mean, it's wild. He still got the job.
Yeah.
With all due respect.
Yeah, it really is. And then I think the most intriguing team, look how front-loaded the Texas Tech schedule is, right? You're looking at a situation where you play at Washington State. That should be a win, right? But then you don't go on the road until Arizona, which you should win, into a bye, and then you come back out at home against Baylor. And then it gets real. TCU and Iowa State on the road, Colorado at home, at Oak State, home for West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I would expect Joey McGuire to be undefeated going to Fort Worth to take on TCU. I would expect them to be 7-0. Though, and I know that's lofty, but I would expect them to be 7-0.
Well,
and hey, maybe I have too high of an expectation, but I'd expect him to be 7-0.
Yeah, he needs to make a statement coming out early. So it just needs to be that way, I think, for him to be there long term.
100%. I agree with that. All right, let's get your comments in here. Matthew, first one out. West Virginia will surprise again like last year. Green could be one of the best QBs in the league. I don't think there's any doubt. But again, not for nothing, not trying to be anybody other than, myself. That's a song. Okay. I look at West Virginia, and is it problematic that the alumni don't want Neil Brown to be there? Oh, I think it certainly is. And then you look at his portal and you're like, Neil, do you know what the transfer portal is, Neil? You know how that works? You want to boot up AOL and see if you can get online and I don't know. Is this thing on? I'm not sure what my guy's doing in the transfer portal.
Yeah, bro.
Because there's not a lot there.
Yeah.
There's not a lot there. So I'll be interested to see exactly how
Green damn well better be the best quarterback in the conference.
how this works out. I don't know how you can get excited about this.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where
they're slated to underachieve every year, and then some years they pop off. So I have trouble believing that West Virginia once again is gonna, overachieve. I'm not gonna count on that. Nothing says that they will, but hey, maybe Neil Brown needs fired as just a gamer and finds his way through. I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Paulo, what is the word on primetime violations? Well, I think you're talking about Tennessee. Tennessee is under NCAA investigation because they threw a bunch of money at a offensive lineman, Jordan Seaton. And it'll be interesting to see how much money they offered him. That's going to be part of that investigation.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't think, and unless I missed something, and please feel free to let me know, I don't see that Deion Sanders and his 80 million person compliance department is running afoul of the law. I don't see that. Laura Weiss, good afternoon to you. Tech plays both Arizona schools on the road to Arizona, home against ASU. Those are 2 wins.
Yeah.
And again, I'll just say about Joey, you guys, you look at this schedule, and there's no excuse. There's just no excuse. Like, what is it that when you look at this schedule, what is it that you see here where Joey McGuire doesn't run the whole damn thing? Because I don't know what that is. And it's not going to be Abilene to open up the schedule. Right? It's not.
He's got opportunities on the schedule. And you had opportunities last year and you threw them away. And that 7-0, dude.
7-0 going to take on the Frogs.
Yes.
That's the expectation. And it really, if I'm Joey McGuire, I expect to win the game at TCU and be 8-0 going to Ames. That should really be, because I think you're going to have a really difficult time producing offense at Iowa State. And when they come to your joint, you're going to have a real difficult time producing offense.
Yeah.
But when you travel to Iowa State, boy, that's going to be a ball breaker. But I would expect to be 8-0 going to Ames. And if you're a Texas Tech fan and that's not your expectation, I would be a little surprised by that.
Yeah.
In my mind, anyway. Delaric, also year 2 of Dion in Colorado will be better, much better.
Should be better.
Because they're way more talented. Way more. The Buffalo Hunter, Keithy and Singer get 1,000 yards apiece. I would not count on Dorian Singer for that. What part of a Kyle Whittingham offense has ever produced multiple 1,000-yard receivers? That does not happen very often. So that's going to be tough. And you have a new receiver coming into an old room. It's going to be tough for Dorian Singer, I think. I think that's going to be very difficult. Very difficult. Jeff Woodworth, I'm better than Utah. There, I said it. And I think you are. I think you are. Christopher Shannon, but he'll make guest appearances on the Pat McAfee show riding a Harley, but won't pay $20,000 a month to get a better team. Kyle Whittingham wins games. And this is not Dabo Swinney, who is simply not operating in the transfer portal.
In God's name, image, and likeness.
Listen, I understand that there's a lot of Utah fans and a lot of Utah haters who, want to call out Kyle Whittingham and want to see the Utes fail because it's just them Mormons out there in Utah, boy.
Hey, boy.
Right? But that's not. I wouldn't go that way.
No, I just think every year we get, hey, Utah's not going to be great, and then they find a way. And so I just wouldn't count them out, man. I would not be discounting what they're doing.
And I think he's done some nice things. Look, I want Dorian Singer to be a star, but I've heard too much to believe in it. I've heard too much to believe in it. And I think Singer's nice. I think that Tayshaun Lyons from Washington's nice. Obviously, Carson Ryan from UCLA, that's a nice pickup, right? And those, by the way, though, Carson Ryan's is enrolled. That's I think really important. Anthony Woods is a big pickup. The running back from Idaho, that's a very big pickup. He's also enrolled. Like, you better find a way to get more offense.
Yes.
Because defense is never the trouble at Utah. It is a conservative offense that seemingly always winds up being the issue at Utah.
Yeah, you're always trying to scrap for 21 points, and that just needs to change.
Ochi Gary, I know way more ball than you do, Weston. Y'all going 6-6. You lost your main QB and you lost good pieces. I don't know where Weston is. I'm not sure what he said, but I'm sure it'll come back around. You guys will keep going at each other, I'm sure, which is fine. Weston Sloan, there he is. We didn't lose our QB. He got processed.
Okay, what does that mean? Like, he got booked in a jail cell? Is that what we're talking about here? Or?
Okay, well, you can just lop off. We didn't lose our QB. You really want to stick with that?
He got processed.
You really want to stick with that? You don't lose a guy on Dylan Gabriel's level and be like, bro, we didn't lose.
Guys.
I mean, just because he went to,
Hey, guys.
Just because he went to Oregon, lose a quarterback. What? And yeah, I think that's a huge loss for you. It's a huge loss for you. And you look at how quiet it's not like you've had a lot of incoming flights to Norman, right? Like you're a little nervous about that. And we can all sit here and we can shine on about, this or that, but it's not like you won huge battles.
Dude, Dylan Gabriel's a irreplaceable talent. The guy he's a gamer, dude. He is the reason you beat Texas. He is the reason that you were in the college football playoff conversation for as long as you were this past season. Like, you don't just go out and replace guys like Dylan Gabriel. So, with all due respect, saying your quarterback got processed and you didn't lose your quarterback, I'm not really sure what you mean by that.
I mean, I really like and obviously it's Brett Venables. Who are we kidding? I love what you guys did in the trenches in the portal. But if we're talking about wide receiver, running back, quarterback talent's pretty important. And losing a guy like Dylan Gabriel, who is a special player to Oregon, and calling it a process, really? I mean, that's weak ass shit. Like, I think, with all due respect, I think you don't want to.
You're in denial, bro.
Yeah. Marcus Emmert, as I leave the schedule up there the entire time. This season's going to be so fun in football. Basketball has already been an absolute treat this year with the new schools and is only getting better. I agree. I think I don't know, is parity the right word? I think there's going to be a lot of parity in the Big 12.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not assumed that it's Texas and Oklahoma and everyone else. I think now there are so many question marks about who's going to be how good and what's this year look like. I mean, you can go up and down the slate and it's like, all right, well, theoretically, Utah should be on top of this conference, right? Theoretically, Texas Tech should be 7-0, right, headed to TCU. But there's huge questions. I mean, again, it's like saying, hey, BYU really should be bowl eligible this year, and you should have been bowl eligible last year.
Should have been eligible last year.
Yeah. So, I think parity is a good word for it. I think level playing field. I think, really opening the floodgates to just a wide open, anybody can win it style conference. I think is great for college football. But B, I think it puts the Big 12 in a really interesting spot because, again, we're entering the 12-team college football playoff, and I think you have no idea who's going to represent your conference in the playoff. You have no idea.
Yeah, I think it is going to be really interesting to see how all this plays out. But the portal's a game changer.
Yeah.
The portal's a game changer.
Well, and it can be a negative one, too. I mean, again, we've talked all about these coaches who don't embrace it. And it's like, hey, dude, if you're not going to embrace it, Gundy's not embracing it. So, again, if you're not going to embrace it and guys like Prime are coming into your conference, you're losing talent to a competitor in your conference.
Yeah, I really don't know how you don't just excuse away Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Now, understand, you're also not like, who had the best portal? Ole Miss? I mean, Ole Miss, I'm not even sure it's an argument.
Ohio State?
No, I don't. I think Ohio State got a couple of really big names, but if you look at what Lane Train did in the SIP, I mean, it's wild that you got guys like Logan Diggs. You lost Quinshon Judkins and you replaced him with Logan Diggs, right? And then you look at the receiving skill positions. Dude, Daquan Wright from Virginia Tech and Antoine Wells. I mean, how do you even explain that? Devin Price from FAU, like it's crazy. And then we start looking just at like the offensive line. Julius Buelow from Washington, Diego Pounds, Gerquan Scott. And I think everybody's like, well, who the fuck are Gerquan Scott, bro? He went to Southern Mississippi and
who the fuck is that guy?
8.99. And he had like 10 schools after him, right? I mean, Nate Kalpo from Washington, that's pure and utter domination, right? And you get, I think Walter Nolan from A&M going to the SIP is a huge get. I mean, Chris Paul Jr. From Arkansas, a 9.2, huge get. That's what the portal's all about. Getting Trey Amos from Bama, huge get.
Yeah.
Huge get. You get Key Lawrence. Key Lawrence, I don't know that Key Lawrence amounts to much at Ole Miss. I really don't. But all of that to say, you're 13 guys deep in the secondary at Ole Miss. Let's be honest about it. And I think you look at what Texas did. You look at Ohio State, according to On3, is 8th in the country, which is pretty impressive. It's 10 skill points behind, or 15 skill points behind what Ole Miss did at number 1.
Yeah.
I mean,
no doubt.
You are going to see with the decline of Alabama in this transition, somebody's going to step up and stand there.
Fill that void.
And it's going to be, I'm telling you, it's Lane Train. Because it is remarkable what he has done. It truly is. I'm not the guy I see everybody saying like Aaron Wilson. Hello, Aaron Wilson. Screw the SEC besides Missouri. Oh, okay. I'm not that guy. I love good football.
Yeah.
I love good football. I don't hate the SEC. And I think if Lane Kiffin is in the college football playoff, and I can't believe he wouldn't be, I think we're all better off for it in college football.
Yes.
Right? I mean, he is a guy that
he needs to get in.
We'll see. Steve Stepanek, how are you? Do you think any other teams will get in trouble other than Michigan for betting on games? I think it's pervasive, and I think many teams will get in trouble.
And it's hard to say how many, dude.
We don't even know.
Yeah.
We don't even know.
And I would say, don't count on Michigan being gambling. I mean, there's a chance it's not gambling.
I think there is a chance it's not gambling. I don't know how it's not. I don't know how it's not. That would be, that'd be rough. Mike, Deion fans and channels are drinking the Kool-Aid again, thinking they're going to be national champs. I don't think it's national champs. I think the guy went out and beat everybody else's ass in the conference, certainly in the trenches. And where did they get beat severely? On the defensive line and on the offensive line. And he completely flipped the script on that. And I don't think it's stuff like this.
Yeah.
That I don't know why people hate the SEC. Why do you hate Deion Sanders? Why do you hate, if you're a Texas fan, okay, you hate Oklahoma. If you're an Oklahoma fan, okay, you hate Dylan Gabriel, apparently. Like, I get it. But I don't understand why do people hate the SEC?
Because they're good.
That's why you hate them. Why do you hate Deion Sanders? Because he's in front of your face constantly.
And
because
you know he's going to win. Because
he's good.
Yeah.
The guy, I don't drink the haterade that most people drink.
Yeah.
And I think I would agree with that, Marcus. I think people hate seeing others succeed.
100%.
Yeah, I think it's as simple as that.
And I think that Deion, the way Deion does his publicity, like all the social media stuff and all the video they create and everything, like it's a little bit different than a traditional mindset. And I think people hate on him for that too. And it just is what it is.
Yeah. The eye patch. Then it's settled. Lane Kiffin wins a No, come on. I think if we're talking about national championships, you got to look at the Big Ten. I think if Dan Lanning doesn't win it this year, he might never win it. I mean, if we're being honest, if Dan Lanning doesn't win it now, when is he going to win it? Because again, he had an incredible portal.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Gabriel plus. Like, the guy had an incredible portal. If he doesn't win it now, when's he going to win it? What do we have a better chance of? Do we have a better chance of actually giving away an $100 Amazon gift card today for likes on the show, or do we get a Dan Lanning championship? Because here we are, 1,000 views in the last 45 minutes, and we're only at 78 likes.
Come on, guys.
So I'm saying there's 264 people watching the show. If we can get to 122 additional likes, 200 likes in the next 4 minutes.
All you got to do is hit a like button, man. It's not hard.
266 people watching the show. And if you hit the like button, we're going to give away a $100 Amazon gift card to somebody in the next 4 minutes.
Do it.
But and I'll even pause for the cause to drink the buckshot, right? Bucktop.com, the official energy drink of the Monty Show. Use the promo code Monty. Get 20% off at checkout. And hit the like button. Okay, got 97 likes to go. 264 people watching the show. Meatheads. Anyway. Insulting you probably is not the right way.
Get it done, man. We've been trying to give away a gift card for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, we have. It's been a pretty dry stretch for giving away Amazon gift cards. And I'd really like to give one away. This is the last week we're doing afternoons full time. Next week we go to mornings.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're at 113 with 2.5 minutes to go. All we need, 85 more likes now. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Do it.
We're at 115, 120 with 269 viewers. Hit the like button. And I'll keep reading some comments. Hit the like button. And we'll give away an Amazon gift card. Stephen Smith, what are your thoughts on K-State, Iowa State scandal in basketball, where Iowa State alleged, I don't care. Yeah, I couldn't care less. If you are having your huddle spied on, that's on you. I could not, like, so many people have asked me about this.
Do we have, are they banging garbage cans and using, Apple Watches and cameras to spy on your coach drawing up a play, dude? As if they don't know what play is coming already? Come on, dude.
I was reading this story the other day, and people are like, oh my God, can you believe?
Guys.
One guy on Twitter was like, is this worse than Belichick? And it's like, dude.
Schemers trying to control their little worlds.
Stop with this. I think the craziest part is most people say it never happened. That's the worst part of it, right? It's in my opinion, it's ridiculous on two sides.
Because it's illegal.
Number one, I don't think it's just to Iowa State. It's not just to Iowa State, right? Like their entire basketball crew, they bust their asses, and now it's like, oh, they cheated, Monty. They're Bill Belichick. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Deflategate.
It's just get out of here. I'm so tired of the Iowa State cheated. Just stop. You got your ass beat. Deal with it.
Guys. We are the new Michigan cheating scandal. It happened to us.
Yes, Jimmy Otson. Stop. Nobody is worse than Belichick. Exactly right.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
Mike says, why is Vegas taking bets right Colorado at 4? Because they can. That's their job. They take bets.
Yeah, their job's to make money, dude.
That's what they do in Vegas. Bro, you're in the wrong place if you think we're going to sit here and talk about how shitty Colorado's going to be. I'm not rooting against anybody's team or anybody to fail, or that's not the show, man. Wrong show. And I don't believe that Deion Sanders is going to fail. Wasikowski, at least Michigan knew how to cover it up.
Yeah, by creating a line item on a piece of paper.
Unlike the Lions, who didn't cover anything, and they're not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Y'all reading all this cap ass shit.
Dave Patrick, it's full of BS started by BYU. It's all BYU.
Right. It's all BYU, dude.
Lock, stock, and penis. It's all BYU.
Lock, stock, and cougar tail.
These are all small arenas. Everyone is looking over everyone's shoulder. You know it's going to happen. If you think people aren't lip reading, or dude, come on.
Go out and put the ball in the hole.
Come on.
It's that easy.
Come on.
It's not our fault you couldn't make a shot, dude.
It's wild to me that people still engage in this. Well, I cheated, Monty.
Here I am.
Monty, I saw it.
Hey, Monty, he had his VCR recorder out and he cheated, and I saw it.
So essentially what they're accusing Iowa State of. I want to make sure people know this, that they put managers and disguised as towel and Gatorade boys behind the K-State bench to spy on their huddles.
Me?
If that's how you got spied on, just quit now. If that's what beat you, we're out of here. If that's what beat you, and you're claiming they you recorded the huddles on their cell phones. Who are you, Connor Stallions?
Fine Steeler guy.
Like, are you kidding me? Well, look, Monty.
Buddy's wearing Ray-Bans behind the bench.
Monty, they had those Motorola Razors. And they flipped that bad boy open, and I saw them hit record, and they pointed it at my keister.
I don't break the rules.
So what are they stealing signs, or are they recording my rectum? Either way, I don't feel good about it, Monty.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
Come on, Monty. We're really...
Dude, you're saying that they fake towel boys to steal your signs.
Yeah, Sean, look over your shoulder gate.
Like, what are we doing, dude?
Stand tighter together? I don't know.
Stand tighter together.
Who cares? I don't record my huddle. It's on TV. I don't care, you idiots.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're not. It's on TV.
It's really despicable.
Shut the fuck up.
It's ridiculous.
Dave Patrick, stop repeating others' ideas. Who's repeating others' ideas?
Okay, what ideas are we repeating?
I don't
So let me
know.
get this right. So you're Catholic, you're Mormon, you're old,
I'm
you're
dead.
young,
I'm dead
and
already.
you're dying like
No, I'm
tomorrow.
dead already.
Oh, you're dead already.
My soul, I'm going to hell.
Well, is that why you don't watch any games? Is
Yeah.
that the reason?
Yeah, apparently online, I'm the guy that curses and hates Jesus.
Yeah, you take the Lord's name in vain,
Well, that's why I'm going to hell if it's real, because I don't think it is. I get it.
God bless.
Okay, your version of Jesus is pissed and spiteful, and he kills people. Okay, cool, man. You do you.
My bad.
I'll be over here, man.
You're just chilling, bro. Just chilling, man.
I'll be over here. Ask all the Maverick fans on Twitter today. All I do is talk college. One dude on Twitter today is like, all you do is talk college football and golf, Monty.
It is what it is.
Stick to everything but the Mavs. I got the get Luka's name out of your mouth. Yeah, I'll do that.
How about that?
I'm going to get on that right now. I'll get a toothbrush and just scrub my tongue. It never happened again, Luka. Oh, damn. My bad. Stop repeating others' ideas. Okay. It's so funny.
This guy's got to be a troller.
He's got to be a troller. Dave Patrick also says BYU, like Muslims, can cheat, lie as long as victims are not Mormon. Right? Dude, what is it? This show is wild lately.
Cheating, lying, and then playing the victim.
Speaking of out of control, Boston Mapes thought it was odd the Big 12 didn't want to put their biggest rivalry game during rivalry week. What you
mean, bro?
I don't know. What do you mean?
What's their biggest rivalry game?
I'm unsure.
Is that a BYU Utah reference or
no? Because that's clearly not the biggest rivalry in the Big
I was
12.
going to say that's not the biggest rivalry.
Are you
in the Big
kidding
12,
me right
bro.
now?
And it's obviously not Arizona ASU.
Here's the other thing. It's like, oh my God, how can you not have BYU and Utah in the last week of the year? I mean, General Conference be damned. Monty. So let me get this right. You were pissed there was a game. You didn't want it to come back. Now the game is back. You're still pissed. And now you're really pissed because it's not the week that you wanted it. So you don't have as much time as you thought you had to sew your red and blue sweatshirt together.
Well, Monty.
Hey, Monty.
Get ready for GC, man.
Yeah. Monty, we can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm.
Don't play intramurals, brother.
Dakota Tubbs, Monty is definitely rooting against every one of Gary's flavor of the month teams. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, Gary, what's the flavor of the month for February,
now,
bro?
listen, Gary, I know you don't wear deodorant, and you constantly tell me what restaurants. Gary, anybody that wants a good Indian restaurant in the state of Utah needs to go to OG Gary, and I'm not even joking. OG Gary
So-called experts
has the hookup on the best Indian food in the great state of, well, the average state of Utah. Right. But my man is a fan of like, well, listen, guys, I once bought a used book, and it was, originally printed in Happy Valley, Pennsylvania. So now I'm
are you talking
a fan of the Fighting Paternos. Could have happened to anybody. Lock the shower door.
Pause, bro. Pause.
I'm now for sure I'm going to hell. Boston Mapes. Damn, I just got tannered.
Me?
Oh, wait, I didn't. Where are we at on likes? We are only at, you guys. 264 watching. We want to give away a $100 Amazon gift card.
They let you down.
Bros, it is 57. I think we'll have to wait till next hour.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys want
what do you want? What would incentivize you to like the show more? Like what? Like, is an $100 Amazon gift card not enough? Like do we need to go back to like game consoles and stuff, or like
because we're like 0 for
dude?
58 trying to give away this last Amazon gift card?
Yeah, I mean your guys' percentage isn't as bad as Luka's, but it's getting there. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Oh, geez, Mike Smith. Oh, my bad. Damn, I'm trying, Monty. Okay, Sean. God, stop commenting.
Doesn't make you feel responsible.
Carruthers, you call us meatheads and expect us to like the video? Well, you weren't you one of the people who are like, don't you call me a hyena? Okay, I switched to meathead and you still are upset about it.
Donnie, please.
No, I'm kidding. Mike Smith, Mormon Monty going to hell because it's leap year.
Oh.
So and I just want to understand, Mountain Mama. You're saying that the portal to the depths of hell only opens in leap year. So as and I'm going to try and get this right.
Please get it right.
As an old recovering Catholic Mormon who's dead.
That's fucking interesting, man.
Or no, am I dead or whatever it is? I don't quite understand the portal to hell thing. I mean, oh my God. The demons are coming out.
The demons.
It's the second time this year that's happened.
The sinners.
It's fine. It's fine. Gabriel says give away Super Bowl tickets. Come on.
You guys aren't worth $8,000 a ticket.
On,
Jesus. What do you think we're made of money over here?
Carruthers, you never called me a hyena. Shut up, hyena.
What's up, big bro?
Carruthers is like, no, you call me a meathead, bro. You can call me a hyena. Just don't call me no meathead. How do you spell hyena? It's a lot of fun. Shouty says time for a buckshot. Already had
it, dude. You're late.
Gary Gist says great show, guys. Appreciate it. Amazon gift card's going to enter the portal to a different show so he can be gifted, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, how hard is this right now?
Yeah, we're at 100. Okay, I'll do it again. It is when it gets to it's 59 past. Starting at 4:00 Mountain, 6:00 Eastern. I'll give you 5 minutes. Now, no, it's not. There's 252 of you hyenas watching the show. 58 of you guys. That's all you need.
Do it.
Okay, it's 4:00 right now.
Do it.
139 likes. Great. So now we went from 142 to 139. If in the next 3 minutes, 60 people
do it,
hit the like button, we'll give away a $100 Amazon gift card.
Do it.
Rando. Totally rando. Starting now.
Do it.
It is what it is.
Get it done.
All right. Big shout out to our guy, Sean Rollins, who gifted 5 Monty Show membership.
Appreciate you, Sean. Love you, bro.
Thank you. Welcome to the Monty Show, presented by our good friends at Prize Picks. The official daily fantasy partner of the Monty Show is prizepicks.com. You guys, I got piped on Prize Picks last night. Speaking of pipage.
Y'all reading all this cap ass shit.
Dude, not ideal last night.
Brutal.
I got woodshedded. And if hell is real, last night on Prize Picks was it. Because last night I had Russell Westbrook, 17 points and rebounds. He hit the number on the head. Boom. Daddy's going pimp, right?
Boom. Out of here.
All right, we're in good shape. All right, Devin Booker, 40 or more points, rebounds, and assists. I'm good, right? I picked more. I needed 41. He finished at 39. And then there's Kevin Durant. And really, it's Bam Adebayo. 43.5 points combined. No. They finished at 28.
No.
They finished at 28, and my back hurts.
Okay, Taco Tuesday promotion on Prize Picks. DeMar DeRozan discounted to 19.5 points tonight.
Ooh, I like that a lot. As you guys know, I am an unabashed, unapologetic Chicago Bulls sufferer.
Yeah.
And I am just here to tell you that, yes, I love that. By the way, you have 2 minutes from right now. All we need is 44 more likes, 244 people watching.
Yeah.
I will give one of you hyenas. And I'll just Gabriel, Shouty, Mark Hales, Mike Smith, Joseph Harper, Johnny Gonzalez. Weston Sloan. No, I'm not giving it to Weston Sloan.
No.
No, Weston, bro. So I tried to give it to you, but you got processed out, bro. I couldn't give it to you.
You got processed out.
Isn't Weston the one who said that Dylan Gabriel processed out?
Check this out of Prize Picks. DeJounte Murray against the Lakers tonight on a demon. 24.5 points.
Oh, you have to.
You have to. You have to take that. Do you not?
Why do you do this shit?
Because it's a good number, dude.
No, it's not.
It's 24.5 points on DeJounte Murray.
You know, I gave life to you through my bodily fluids, and this is the way you treat me.
This is your beloved.
No, it's not.
His cock.
I'm on a. It's very true. Okay, so. Let's see. NBA board tonight. Yeah. Taco Tuesday.
Yep. So I took the DeMar Taco Tuesday.
You have to.
You have to. Took it more. Now, I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm probably going to lose on this. Keontae George.
9
points.
All right, but you're not going to lose on that. You're going to take less, right?
No, more, dude. Get the hell out of here, bro.
What about points combo? Larry Markkinen and Jalen Brunson at 55.5.
But didn't you get piped on this last night?
No.
Yeah, on Book and Karl Anthony
Right,
Towns.
on Bam Adebayo and Kevin Durant. Because I'm stupid, and I took Bam Adebayo to do anything resembling offense.
Yeah.
I think I got to go more on that.
On which one?
On Laurie Markkinen and Jalen Brunson. It's at the Garden.
55.5.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of points, dog.
LeBron and Trae Young are 54.5. Scotty Barnes and DeMar DeRozan. Hey, baby. 47.
Lowest number of the night there.
No, I think it's either Jalen Brunson and Laurie at 55.5 or LeBron and Steph at 57.5.
I'm not talking your ass out of this one. You pick your own.
I'm going, okay, we'll go that. Yeah, because you're terrible at price picks.
So I got DeMar. I got Keontae. And I'm taking DeJounte Murray for more than 24.5 tonight against the Lakers.
And then I'm going John Collins, more than 13 points, more than 55.5, and more than 19.5. No flipping power play, you jerks.
So with a flex play on the Demon, it's $20 to win 70.
Okay, what? Where's the Demon?
The Demon.
What do you have for Demon?
DeJounte Murray, 24.5 points.
Oh, man, that's tough. Colin Sexton, 24.5. Hell no.
But I'm only taking Murray because it's against the Lakers and it's the trade talk and he's motivated.
Dude, the Demons are tough tonight. Yeah, I think I'm staying away from it.
Okay.
We're going $30.
30 doll hairs?
$30 hairs.
Okay.
I think we're going $30 hairs.
Play Prize Picks. Promo code Monty. Do it.
All right, $30 on a flex pick.
Yeah.
To win $67.50.
There you go.
That'd be a nice pickup.
Yeah, dude.
Because I have not had a good week.
Last night was awful, bro. Last night was brutal.
All right, I'm placing that. Oh, the max entry amount when using this discount projection is $25. You cheap Fs.
You cheap Fs.
Okay, 56.25. Jerks. All right, successfully submitted. PrizePicks.com. Use the promo code Monty to get 100% deposit matching at PrizePicks.com.
Okay, did you hyenas hit the like button?
Not even close. 167. 167.
Donkey.
Like, we're trying to give you money here, guys.
Yeah, and we are. We are trying
literally.
to give you. We're trying to give you. Brady Cook. What moves do you want to see the Jazz make? I want to see them sell the team to an owner who gives a damn about winning an NBA championship.
Are we clear on that?
Is that succinct enough? Is that?
Dude, bro.
I'm serious.
You're gonna make people ring the phone, dude. Don't piss them off.
Yeah, I talked to my Jazz guy, and he said that after that loss last night, because let's be honest, last night was
embarrassing. That was not cool.
Last night was I don't even, what do you describe? Was last night a dismantling? Was last night a no-show?
That's what I would call it, yeah.
I mean, Keontae George was a minus 26 and he scored 21 points. Are you kidding me? Give me a jelly bean. I don't know what that means, but I'm not allowed to say cheese and rice anymore.
Wait, dude, this team is hot right now, man.
And I look at the numbers and I say to myself, you're playing Brooklyn that's 8 games under 500 and your best player puts up 13 points on 4 of 12 from the floor.
With all due respect.
Colin Sexton, 6 points.
They had no semblance of offense last night. Nothing.
He shot 33% from 3.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to believe that you're giving up 47% from 3-point, and you want me to believe that this team's going in the right direction, and Lauri Markkanen's the greatest player ever, and oh my God, Bonnie, God damn it. Die, you old Mormon, you fat pig.
No.
right? Like I'm supposed to buy into Lauri Markkanen's the best player anybody's ever seen. Holy geez Louise, it's Stockton, Malone, and then, oh my God, how on earth is Lauri Markkanen not there? Statue, please. Statue. Oh, you know why he's not there? Because you Utah Jazz hyena fans are like, oh my God, I need the minivan. Man, put a statue up of the minivan.
What are you, nuts?
But George Niang's the greatest player we've ever had.
Dude.
Stockton, Malone, minivan.
Daniel House.
Listen to me, Daniel House is a defensive stalwart. I am warning you right now that this team, the Utah Jazz right now, they're irrelevant. And we can sit here and Ryan Smith, again, keep getting your free pass in the Utah media, bro.
Yep.
Keep loving that. Ride that train, my guy.
Yeah.
I am telling you now, this team is irrelevant until he focuses on winning an NBA championship. Stop spreading your bread all over the place and winning nothing, because there's this myth out there, thanks to guys like Pat McAfee and everybody else in this town, that anything Ryan Smith's touched turns to gold. Well, apparently not.
That's bullshit.
I'm going to go ahead and say that that's some soft ass like pewter, because the Jazz aren't winning. Real Salt Lake are not winning. Right? Oh my God. The Salt Lake City wants the Oakland A's, driving home from the Jeezy this weekend after dominating the Ledges golf course because pimp's going to pimp. I'm looking at billboards that say Salt Lake wants the A's. The hell we do. The hell we do. I don't need another dog with fleas. I don't need another dog with fleas, dude.
I don't need another part-time organization here, bro.
And the best part is, why are the Utah Grizzlies putting 10,000 fans a game in their building now? Oh, that's right. You don't know that the Utah Grizzlies are a minor league hockey team, and a fantastic one. Fast-paced, great style of hockey, great head coach, great general manager. Love those guys over there. They're not 10,000 fans a night, unless Ryan Smith is trying to get the NHL in Salt Lake City.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, the building's full.
By the way, still haven't seen all that market research they allegedly did.
Yeah, it's wild to me. It's wild to me. It is just wild to me. It is what it is.
What moves do we want the Jazz to make? Anything that makes you better, dude. Anything that gives this team some semblance of direction.
And I'm not, you know what? I feel bad. Like and Brady and everybody else that's a Jazz fan. Listen, and we're about to talk about Luka and the Mavericks here in a minute. You either are or you're not. And the Utah Jazz are not. They're not. Ryan Smith, you're not. You're not it, dude. You're not. Sorry. I know you want to be. I know you'd like to be. You're not it. Because Ryan Smith is not focused on doing everything this team can do to win. He's focused on making sure he pays off his debt service. Period. I talked to a Jazz guy the other night, and I asked him point blank, where is all this market research about how Utah and sports fans in the state of Utah want the NHL? We didn't do market research. So what did you do? You came up with a marketing plan to put yourself in a position where you look like you're Utah strong and we're doing this, and it's smoke and mirrors. Oh, it's smoke and mirrors, man. He wants a new arena that he doesn't have to pay for, or pay as little as possible for a brand new arena that's not going to be downtown. It's going to be in Draper. At least that's the last we heard. Just be honest about who this guy is.
Yeah.
He's a guy that hides behind his friends in the media. He owns the sports talk in Salt Lake City, so nobody ever questions him. Nobody writes a tough word about him in the papers. Nobody writes online about him. Everybody kisses
Doesn't
Ryan
write a
Smith's
tough word
ass.
about in the papers. They're laying off the beat writers for the Jazz in the paper.
It just is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Eric Wasikowski, Utah is a minor league state. Wrong. Minor league, no. We don't have the infrastructure. We don't have things like, I don't know, housing and water to support multiple professional franchises. We don't have that. We don't have, like, I love how everybody's like, Silicon Slopes, bro. Drive the 15 freeway corridor and look at all the empty office buildings. Do it. You drive by in living in Utah, there's this big thing about Silicon Slopes and all the tech and all the companies and MX this and Qualtrics that. Look how many empty office buildings. Oh, Monty, that's a pandemic around the country, man. Sure, totally agree with you.
Not talking about the rest of the country, bro.
And that doesn't mean that it's not impacting the economy in the state of Utah. That's not what that means. You want to be a great marketer? Ryan Smith is a great marketer. Fantastic. You want to win a championship? Probably ought to go to another owner because he ain't it. You're not it. You're not it. You hide behind the media. You hide behind Will Hardy's a great coach. I don't know. Is he? Because I'm not seeing that. I'm watching your young point guard score 21 points and still be minus 26. Just for note, that's terrible. I don't watch games. I get it. That's terrible. I'm watching you as a minority owner of RSL, and they're not better than they were before you got there. Thanks for the money, but they're not better. They're not better. It is what it is. Jacob DeLambo, bruh, trade Mitchell to not do she. What a joke. Bunch of frauds. And listen.
It's a fact, dude. It's a fact.
Danny Ainge, and I've talked about this on this show multiple times. Let's go back to the Jordan Clarkson thing. You really want to get into this in the weeds on the Jazz? I'm here for it. You look at Jordan Clarkson, and Jordan Clarkson has not wanted to be here for probably 18 months. And he opted into his contract. And why did he opt into his contract? One, I don't think the market was out there he thought was out there. I think he was having trouble getting a multi-year deal. And Ryan Smith wanted him back. Why is that? Fans like him, purple jerseys, buildings full. Okay, great. He's been not very good. And now you're going to trade him at the deadline. Because why did he sign his option? They promised to trade him at the deadline to a contender. And I think they will.
Yeah.
I have no doubt they will. But, yeah, don't.
But again, that decision-making process tells me everything I need to know. You're doing a deal with a player because you're concerned that your fans will like him because you sold off your best talent and you know you're not going to be good. Okay, we get it. We get it. Instead of saying, yeah, this guy's probably past his prime, and now he's definitely past his prime. But at that time, yeah, this guy's probably past his prime. And while, yeah, he is a fan favorite and he's been great in the market, it's time to move on from Jordan Clarkson. He is the last guy from the prior team. It's time to move him. It's been time to move him. By the way, do you not have egg on your face from the fact that you rolled him into the starting lineup and now he's done better once again coming off the bench because, you know, he's a 6 man of the year guy. He's a guy that comes off the bench and really contributes. By the way, you put him in a position where he had to go into the media and make comments about how, yeah, you know, it's better for me to come off the bench. Like, that's kind of the role I feel at home in. Like, you're putting this guy in tough spots. He's having to explain why he got demoted back to the bench, when the reality is that's his best fit. He's a 6 man of the year for a reason. So why are we trying to marry up to a guy that really all he is a tool on a championship lineup? He's a guy that comes off the bench on a championship team and gives you 15 to 20 a night in 8 to 10 minute spurts. That's his job. He's made a career out of it, and he's very good at it. Do you know why he's not very good on this team anymore? It's not because all of a sudden he forgot how to shoot a basketball. I can tell you that. It's because they don't run offense. Why did they give up whatever that was, 147 last night or whatever it was? Because they miss a bunch of shots, they don't play transition defense, and then their attitude sucks in the second half, and they're not really trying to win that game. So don't tell me that Will Hardy is some amazing head coach. He's a young head coach, got a lot of raw talent. I'm sure he's going to have a damn good career, but he doesn't have what he needs in this lineup to go out and get it done, and I'm not sure that you're trying to give him more right now. That's what bothers me. You're trying to sell us that this team's going in the right direction rather than taking the payroll, turning that dial up, and going out and getting talent.
Yeah, I think, and it's interesting we bring up the Dallas Mavericks now, because I actually think Mark Cuban does everything that he can do on a pretty regular basis to win a championship, right? Today, Jason Kidd went on the Mavs flagship station in Dallas and said something that I'm not even sure that boastful Mark Cuban would want to back up.
I've said this before, and I'll say it, for as long as I'm here, is you can't take this young man for granted. He's better than Dirk. He's in the atmosphere of MJ the best to ever do it, LeBron, Kobe. And so just to appreciate what this young man's doing at the age of 24 is something that Dallas has never seen. And I've said this internally. He is better than Dirk. He does things that Dirk could never do. And now it's, the opportunity of getting the right people around him to ultimately win a championship.
He's not better than Dirk. I'm sorry. And I love Jason Kidd. His whole, you don't always have to be negative.
You don't always have to be negative.
I love Jason Kidd. I loved him as a player. Don't love him as a husband, but love the kid as a player, right? And the thing that I struggle with Jason here is I'd probably be saying the same thing. Luka is coming out of this stretch last week where he had a fan ejected because a fan told him he was out of shape. He is out of shape. His endurance is a big problem. There's no question about that. He is not a guy who I believe can be the face of your franchise and win a championship. And when I ask about Luka, can Luka Doncic be the best player on a championship team? And I think the answer is no.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's shown us that's just not the case. I think Luka's had good talent to work with, and it just hasn't worked out. And the only reason it's worked with Kyrie on some level is because Kyrie needed a home and had nowhere else to go. And so Kyrie's kind of backed off the media outlashings. And in the biggest moment last year in the playoffs, I believe it was, you couldn't figure out who was going to take that final three.
Right.
And so to me, I look at it and I say, hey, dude, this guy's not better than Kobe. This guy's definitely not better than LeBron James. Now, does he fill up a point sheet? Does he give you the triple-double? Sure. You see the kind of defense this guy's got to work with? The league does not play defense anymore, man.
No, I'd agree with that.
So don't tell me, and I love this argument. We do it with Bron and Mike. We do it with Kobe. We do it with all the 90s, 2000s guys when we compare them to today's stars. The 90s, 2000s era in the NBA was street fighting compared to what we have today. And that's why I say, you put Luka in a tougher league, a league where the whistle doesn't blow as much, and he's not the same guy.
But I don't think we need to do this. I agree with that. We don't need to do this. We don't need to compare Luka Doncic to Kobe, Michael, Dirk. Dirk Nowitzki is one of the most beloved figures in the history of the state of Texas. Why are we trying to, is that the level? Why are we trying to compare Luka Doncic, who at the same age hasn't won nearly as much as Magic and Kobe? He hasn't won as much as Tony Parker. And I said that on Twitter today, and Mavs fans were like, well, you had Tim Duncan. You didn't say, hey, with the same team around him, right? Luka Doncic is a very good player. He is an elite offensive player. He's not a great defender. He's not a wanting rebounder. He is a great offensive player. Until he is a well-rounded player, you can't put him in the same conversation as Mike. You can't put him in the... Do you understand what Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant turned into later in their careers defensively? They turned into stoppers. Now, can Luka do that? Maybe. I don't think physically he's dedicated to the game like that. He's already one of the best offensive players of his generation. Why are we trying to compare him to Dirk? Because all you're doing is knocking Dirk down. And I just think in Dallas, we don't need to be doing that. Dirk Nowitzki created a generation of Mavericks fans. Dirk Nowitzki cemented the legacy of Mark Cuban through some really difficult times, I would remind you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why we have to do this thing where we want to knock Dirk down to promote Luka. Can't we just say that Luka is a wonderful, wonderful offensive player?
Yeah, I think we can say that. And I think to your point, we should say he's not yet a championship caliber player, because championship caliber players play on both ends of the floor. They make their teammates better. They support their teammates. They do a lot of things that he doesn't do. That doesn't mean Luka sucks, but
not at all.
But the idea that we're sitting here throwing this guy in the same conversation as the greats is crazy to me. And yeah, he did some things in Europe as a youngster. He did. And that's because he's really talented and he's just better than you at basketball. But that doesn't mean that we should be sitting here saying that this guy all of a sudden is a winner. He was a winner in Europe. He has not been a winner in the NBA.
He has not transformed the guys around him.
No.
And I think if you look at, it's unfair to compare him to Tony Parker. Tony didn't carry the scoring load that Luka's required to. But let's also not forget that he's got a world-class anti-Semite playing next to him now in Kyrie Irving, right? Like I mean to say a world-class point guard. Two things can be true.
Oh,
he is an incredible, he's got an incredible talent next to him in Kyrie Irving. And I agree, he has got a bunch of B-level talent, but there's also something to be said. Like if we start looking at, if you look at the Mavs cap, this is the first thing I went and looked at when I was listening to Jason Kidd this morning do this, because I just don't, for the life of me, understand why Jason Kidd would say this. When Luka Doncic is making $40 million with $178 million remaining. Because I don't know how you build around that. And on top of that, America's favorite anti-Semite, Kyrie Irving, is making $120 million.
You know.
And then your next best player is probably Grant Williams. That's all I should have to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Hardaway Jr., he's a role player, spot-up shooter, period, right? Rashawn Holmes, Maxi Kleba, like all these other guys. The most exciting guy on that roster is probably Derek Lively, right?
Right.
I think we all would agree with that. But you look at guys on that roster, you like Dante Exum. Does Dante Exum excite you and be like, wow, Dante Exum's here? Oh, my God. Oh, my God, we're going to win. No, you need another guy there. You need at least one more guy there to have an opportunity to go and win.
Mm-hmm.
And because I just think Luka doesn't make the guys around him better. Now, are we seeing improvement in Luka's game? Yes. His free throw percentage alone tells you he is working in the summer. Homeboy needs to be able to play 4 quarters at high pace, and he cannot.
Yeah.
So,
and by the way, the other thing he needs to work on is his attitude when he's tired, because he gets pissy pretty quick.
I would agree with that. So let's get your comments in here. Ron Nolan. My name is Luka. I live on the 2nd floor. Yes, you live below me. Okay.
My name is Luka.
I live on the 2nd floor.
My name is Luka.
Let's see. Ram Spencer.
Ram.
I would not ram Spencer. Spencer's a very nice guy, and I just think physical violence is wrong. People are always underestimating that team. Do you mean the Mavs? Joseph Carruthers, Luka Donkey. That's one of the other things that drives me crazy about Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Always the victim. Always. Oh, the whole run-in with the Dallas media and Tim McMahon the other day. The officials, the tantrums. It's always somebody out to get Luka. It's a personal affront.
It's a vendetta.
You know, it is what it is. Ooh, is that true, Harry Austin? John Angelos agrees to sell the Baltimore Orioles to 2 private equity billionaires. That would be massive for the city of Baltimore and the state of Maryland. If that is in fact the case, that's huge. Because that team is just floundering. I hope that is absolutely true. And John Arand at the Puck News. Orioles are the subject of his first breaking news story. A group led by private equity billionaires David Rubenstein and Mike Arougheti is buying the Orioles for $1.7 billion.
Huge.
That's massive.
Huge, man.
Holy cow. That is a big flipping deal. Good for Baltimore. Baltimore is a town that needs that.
Hell yeah, they do.
Because the Orioles should have won many, many times over. Many times over. Johnny Gonzalez. Dallas hurting in selling tickets that they have to downgrade the last guy to promote the current. Kyrie, well, he does. Clint Moses. Luka is the little fundamental. Phenomenal, talented offensive player.
Yeah.
I mean, and let's be very clear about this. I don't hate Luka. I would absolutely Spend time with his mom. I don't hate Luka.
I would spend time with his mom.
His cock.
Yes. You would not.
Holding the dick.
Yeah, I would. His mom's hot. There's no doubt. No doubt.
I was just talking about sharing a coffee to find out background information on Luka.
Oh.
Is it possible that they could ride the D?
I mean,
it's possible.
Okay. The eye patch. I'm surprised I stayed this long for NBA talk. So Utah is the favorite to win the Big 12, correct? Okay. Jeff Woodward, did you see Victor's dunk over Chet? I did. Man, he got at least 3 inches in the air on that. See what the 3 inches.
Victor's the way.
And from what I understand, Jeff, you know exactly how long 3 inches is. Keaton Critchlow, if Ryan just focused on RSL and the Jazz, I would be content. Just make those teams better, please.
Yeah, that's
is
not
it
who
that
good
much?
Old Ryan is, though, is it?
Is it that much to ask? CJ Vance, how are you? Monty, you need to get Ryan Smith focused. The guy can't zero in on anything. That's what I'm saying. Giggity, Luka's mom is greater than Dirk's mom. Oh, God, I don't even know is Dirk's mom hot? I don't know. Grow up, Giggity. No, please actually do not grow up. Willie Wilson, Luka is making his free throws this year. Exactly. That's an important improvement in his game. Now he needs to learn how to make others around him better.
Mm-hmm.
For now, he's just a ball hog. I totally agree. I totally agree. 100%. The Mavs need someone like an AD. I don't understand the Christian Wood trade thing, but that's just me. Booker and Towns screwed my prize picks yesterday. Bro. If you ask again, Mavs fans today on Twitter, if you ask Mavs fans on Twitter today, I'm pretty stupid.
You have to be nice to stupid people.
But how did the Booker Towns thing miss yesterday? How?
They knew you were playing it.
Let me say this louder. Russell Westbrook hit his number and Booker and Towns did not? Who am I, Luka? I'm going to throw a water bottle. Unbelievable. It's wild. It's wild. Robert Fowler, food for Baltimore, need to find someone who will spend money. And they have, I would think if you're paying $1.7 billion, you need to make at least that back.
Yeah.
Mickey Quintana.
Hey, Mickey.
Whoa. Running late. How's it going? Pretty.
It's kind of mid today. Yeah.
Why do you hate America, Eric? Wow.
Why do you hate America?
Yes, Americans.
AR, you know Kyrie Irving is an easy target 24/7, 365. Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
You know. Brandon Butler, my guy. What about the news that the White Sox are talking about a stadium in the South Loop? I love that stadium site. On the western edge of downtown Chicago, they're talking about building a new stadium for the White Sox, and I think it's exactly where it should be.
Yeah.
Chicago Bears don't want it. The Bears.
The Bears, Ditka.
Chicago Bears.
Brian Urlacher,
prick.
You bald-headed douche.
Wow. Okay. You know. I think it's interesting that the Bears didn't want that plot.
Yeah.
I think they want to build a new stadium right where the old Chicago Stadium is in the parking lots, and I hope they do.
I want it.
Don't need a pile of manure. Mike Smith says LOL. Eric Wasikowski, Mike, wrong show. Otherwise, I'll tear you a new a-hole. Okay, look, what you guys do.
A-hole?
What you guys do in your free time. That's not for public domain.
Hugh Janus.
Speaking of Janus, Lopes fan Gabe.
Wow.
Right on time. Orioles have an incredible talent pipeline in place. If the new owners can fan those embers into a flame, I'll be thrilled for some close friends who are lifelong O's fans.
Keep it real.
They have so much talent.
Yeah, they do.
It's wild to me. Baston. Luka's mom, does James' phone auto translate breakup text? I think it does. You're right. Jeff Woodworth, 3 inches. Man, I wish, right? 15.
Can you measure it?
15 shoe.
You know.
That don't mean nothing. Wasikowski, NBA talk is definitely a snooze fest. What are the Pistons up to?
I don't know. You're the Detroit fan, allegedly.
Detroit, please.
They actually won the other night, so their fans could have some chicken wings.
Yeah. You know. Johnny Gonzalez, Arthur Smith to the Steelers, and that impresses me. How I think it's an amazing hire. Guy can't coach or be a head coach, but the guy's an offensive genius. There's no doubt about that. Lopes, if the New York teams can play in New Jersey, why not run the Bears over and stop? Gabe? Gabriel, are you pissed it's already 80 degrees in Phoenix? Which I am jealous, by the way. Totally. Gabriel, who's been a member of the show for 6 months. Steelers fans having civil war over Smith as OC. I actually think Arthur Smith is a great hire.
Yeah. Good offensive mind.
Yeah, I think that's a good hire. The Big Lubbock. I heard that San Antonio is getting a G League team called the Spurs. See what he did there. Giannis hopped on those free wings. Hello, did you guys? You know what I loved? Did you see that Giannis finally got called for taking too long to shoot a free throw? Finally, and I don't know. Mike Smith says I'm being ultra negative today. Okay, I'll play the role. Screw Giannis.
Yeah, go have some more Euros.
Yay, prick. Giannis is a great story. But my guy, do you need there was one free throw, I think about a week ago, where they counted to 17. And so last night, several free throws were at 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
The official finally blew the whistle on a free throw at 12 seconds because you only get 10 seconds, really. I just don't understand this guy. You're perpetually unhappy, and he's that guy, Giannis is that guy who just wants to be Teflon. Never say anything bad about me. Never. I'm a great story, and I love America, and America's been very, very good to me.
Very, very good to me.
Buy my shoes, eat cucumber salad with euros.
This is fucking America.
Right? That's who he is. And he annoys me. Jeff Woodworth, Smith, a good running OC will work well with the Steelers game plan. Okay. Shouty, Jeff Woodworth. He's a habitual line stepper. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's cool.
Okay.
It's good. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Hey, speaking of the NFL, did you guys see that Ben Johnson is staying with the Detroit Lions? Am I the only one who thinks this is incredibly weird?
It is very weird.
Because the Commanders, this is a really good situation, especially for a first-year young head coach.
Yeah.
This is a really good situation. What do they have? The number 2 pick, unlimited financial resources. You're going to get to hire your own staff, and a new stadium's probably 3 years away, right? You're in process.
Yeah.
And he pulled his name out and is staying in Detroit. Now, I tip my cap, but is this loyalty or is this stupidity?
Yeah, I am not sure. I think that this sends a message that it's either one of two things. You're either just so committed to what you got going in Detroit that you want it for another year, or the under the radar, never going to talk about it reason is that something doesn't pass the Ben Johnson test in Washington, and that he didn't like something that he, either saw with new ownership or maybe, with the coaching staff or whatever the case may be. It just is surprising to me that a guy who had that type of success in Detroit isn't interested in taking a head coaching job.
All right. It is 36 past the hour. I will give away a $100 Amazon gift card if we get 20 more likes in the next 4 minutes.
Dilly.
All you got to do.
This is stupid attainable. Come on.
20 more likes.
So what are we at and what do we need to get to?
181. We got to get to 200. This is as easy peasy. There's 182 people watching the show.
Let's go. This is not difficult.
Go get it. And I will pick one person who's going to win that Amazon gift card.
Do it.
Please take my money. Dakota Tubbs. More importantly, Taylor has confirmed her appearance for the Super Bowl.
I am so sick and tired of this, dude.
Are you guys burned out on Taylor Swift? I personally don't understand why people give a rip about Taylor Swift. I don't get it. I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's unique. All this stuff about Taylor Swift being a Democratic operative. for Joe Biden.
Like, what are we doing?
And that they're not really a couple, and
Infowars.com.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are made up as a couple because he does ads for Pfizer and she voted for Biden.
They're a psyop.
What are we doing?
Like, I don't understand why we reach so far for this stuff. I mean, is it that we're this thirsty for conspiracy theories that you're literally sitting here saying that Taylor Swift is an operative for Joe Biden? Like, I'm just sitting here saying I don't need to see Taylor Swift 100 freaking times during a game. And yes, I appreciated that CBS didn't show her constantly during that damn game. I was happy it was about the football game, man. And yeah, the on the field stuff after the game, I'm fine with it. I'm cool with it. No problem. Totally get it. But I don't know. I'm not a Swiftie. Do I listen to some of her music? Sure. Some of her music's good. It's not really about her music at this point. It's about that this is a football game, and I'm here for football. I'm here for Travis Kelce, the football player, not his sex life.
Okay, you got 1 minute, and I need 11 likes to give away a $100 Amazon gift card.
Bro.
1 minute. 1 minute. That's it. We're at 189 likes. 11 likes to go. We give away a $100 Amazon gift card right now to one rando in the comments section. That's it. Let's go. Let's get some of your. Are you guys excited about Taylor Swift? Like, where are you at on Taylor Swift? That's what I'm curious about. Who is Taylor Swift? Oh, you mean Mrs. Kelce? Yes. Giggity. Luka's mom hotter than Taylor Swift. See, like, I like that. About 7 likes to go. Maybe I'll lose touch with the clock here, man. Gabriel says I absolutely am. Kevin Pryor says Inferno Burnout. That's right. That's right. Showity. Usher halftime show is going to be lit. Usher trying to do a comeback. Carruthers says it's a love story, Monty. Just say yes. It's me. Hi.
Wow. Bro.
Daddy.
What? Oh, you guys, it's 40 after. You can't. 3 short?
Fucking A.
Are you kidding me?
Man, 3's the narrative today, bro. 3 inches.
You're 3 like
short. Like, come on, dude.
You're 3 like short. I'm
like,
wow, Dad. Wow.
And I feel thirsty as hell doing it, but come on, man. Gabriel, I was never a fan of her, and I found it more annoying when I was young that my mother was blasting her music around me on the morning. Jake and I used to drive Jake to school every day in the Audi. We'd be pumping like Drake, or we'd roll up to Marina High School in Huntington Beach, and all them hot moms to be offended by Lollipop by Lil Wayne. We'd pull up into the drop-off line, and those mothers would be like, "Who's that prick?" Please tell me that's not emanating from the Volvo over there.
That was a great car.
Look, teacups, settle down.
His cock.
Right? You know, I have personal trauma from Taylor's music. Our parents do so much damage to us. OG Gary, so glad Travis Kelce put her on the map. Exactly. Travis put her on the map. Like, It wasn't Taylor, it was Travis
Right.
Via social media.
Travis, you know.
Trav. Swelsey.
Sean Rollins, Kelce will break up with her after they lose the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
Taylor Swift, who cares? Eric Wasikowski, your fan base has combined IQ of 50, which is higher than those of every sports fan in Michigan. Joe's nothing? Okay. You don't always have to be negative.
Well,
so you only condemn right-wing conspiracy theories. What?
You don't always have to be negative.
No, I'm condemning a left-wing conspiracy theory where they said that she voted for Biden and he was in a Pfizer commercial, so it's a made-up relationship. Trust me when I say he went deep. He ran the post route on her, okay? Like, okay. Kevin Pryor, NFL doesn't need Taylor Swift's noise. Apparently they do.
Yeah, so it's come out that she's made them more than, it's like $330 million in
wild.
revenue.
It is wild. Like, how burned out on it are you, though?
Well, I mean, it's not going to make me not watch, obviously, but it got to a point where I think it was Fox was the one constantly showing her. And I was just like, dude, like, I don't need to see her every 2 seconds, bro. Like initially it was, oh, Trav caught a pass, better show Taylor, right? Like, oh, Buddy dropped a pass, better show Taylor. Oh, Buddy's in the huddle and they snapped the football, better show Taylor.
Oh, they just sold a beer in the concourse and somebody farted in line, better show Taylor.
Like, come on, man.
You better show her.
Yeah, dude. And so I just was, at that point, I was pretty burned out on it, but I was pleased with CBS's coverage. And so, I mean, that helped a lot. So right now, this second, I'm not that burned out on it, but I am generally speaking just not. I'm not, as they call it, fangirling over this whole thing. Like, everybody is all like, oh my God.
But listen, we have to talk, though, because Taylor Swift is going to fly from, where is it, Tokyo, back to Las Vegas over the international date line to make sure she's at the Super Bowl. And this a-hole over here won't even go to St. George and play golf with me this weekend.
I was available Friday.
Right? Oh,
I was available Friday.
You can carve out a little time in the schedule for old fat ass.
I can pencil you in, absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, dude.
Because
you know what that's like these days?
I love my girlfriend. Well, then,
Dude, when certain individuals have time requirements.
Oh, yeah.
And this is their off season.
Yeah.
It changes things.
Yeah. That's what you said. The problem is this is the excuse you used last weekend not to go to St. George.
No, last weekend I was sick.
Okay. Well, but you weren't sick until like Thursday. You're like, oh, bro, I can't go, man.
I was definitely sick, dude.
Tay-Tay and I are in love, and, I am. It's a love story. Say yes.
You're hating right now, bro.
I am hating. It's ridiculous you won't go play golf
Dude,
this
let's
weekend.
go on Friday.
I can't go on
these
Friday.
People. Let's go Friday.
Agreed, Monty. I'm burned out on it as well. If anything, just make people mad anymore, and that's fun. Well, Yeah. I'm just saying. John DeLong, this Taylor Swift thing is why I'm glad I'm just a casual fan of the NFL nowadays. I want to watch football, not look at some teen idol airhead. She's not an airhead.
She's not an airhead, dude. Like, don't make it disrespectful.
She's not an airhead. Noel Ramirez. LOL, never liked her or the Chiefs, but now I want the Chiefs to win just to piss people off. Okay. Big Blue Horses. I want the damn card. I tried. Guy, we're at 2:01 now, and it's like 45.
Yeah, it's been like an hour since you were supposed to get it done, dude. Like, what are we doing?
I tried.
I'm giving you a fucking answer.
Mike Smith. I could not name one Swift song. Meh. Yeah. Taylor who? You know who. OG Gary, 5 more likes. Yeah, I know. GTI Brandon, love this dynamic. You don't get this any other show. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude.
Tay-Tay.
Yeah.
Whoa. Comment. Jack says you guys stopped watching because of Taylor Swift. I stopped because of the refs. We are not the same.
Well, look, either way.
Now, though, wait a minute. Now, Jack, you have to start watching the NFL again because it's not fixed because the Ravens didn't get into the Super Bowl to make the color scheme work.
See, now we're back in line.
But Travis Kelce did get 2 shots from Pfizer. Okay.
The coronavirus.
And gotta love conspiracies, left-wing conspiracies. Fox always shows Bosa because he's all about Daddy Trump. Right-wing conspiracies, they all love Taylor and Travis because they're Democrats. Why can't we just take stuff at face value? Why is it like, oh, bro, man, did you guys hear about this conspiracy where Tom Brady, he's going to get Greg Olsen fired? Did you guys see that Tom Brady was on Pat McAfee today? Patty. Hey, Pat. Mm-hmm. Where are you guys at on this Tom Brady thing? Because Tommy, who now sold his brand to who?
Noble.
Noble. That's right.
Yeah.
That doesn't. Okay, listen to Tom Brady talk about firing Greg Olsen.
I've been out to Fox Studios a few times and done some really dry runs with Kevin, who's tremendous at what he does. I'm super excited to join an amazing team. Rich Russo and Richie Zions. We've talked a lot about football. We've talked a lot about how I see the game. And I think Greg's done an incredible job. I have so much respect for him, how he approaches his job. He's super prepared in what he does. I think he does an incredible job every time he's on. I love listening to him. And I'm just going to go in there and do the best I can do with my own perspective. And I certainly have had a unique vision and perspective of the game of 23 years. I've been a part of a lot of Super Bowls, championship games. I've had some, seasons that didn't go the way we wanted. I have some injuries. I was undrafted rookie. I've seen guys come in with great expectations and not meet it. I've seen underdogs like Julian Edelman come along and make it. So again, I think I've had 23 years of just observing, and I get to go on now and speak to a wider audience. And I used to probably use my body and my brain out there, and people would see me kind of lead the team down the field. And now I get to do that in a different way using my voice.
Okay. I'm not that excited for Tom Brady because of Greg Olsen. I think Tom is going to be very good. I think his perspective, I think he's working really hard to learn a craft and skills.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you unseating Greg Olsen? I don't understand this. And if I'm Amazon, because there's some thought that Al Michaels is done at Amazon, why are you not hiring Greg Olsen? Right? I mean, I just don't understand why Greg Olsen has to be the fall guy here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why it's Greg. I think, Tom probably negotiated it to where he wasn't going to do anything unless it was prime time, the best game, the biggest stage.
They gave it to Tom before they knew what they had in Greg Olsen.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about that. I just think that this is a mistake. You have to be able to rectify, change course. You can't. Are you really telling me you're just locked into this?
I mean, it's Tom Brady, dude. I mean, that's the play. Hey, people are going to love this because it's Tom Brady. They're not going to care if he sucks.
Sean Rollins, Pat is getting a lot of frequent flyer miles. Yeah, what do you guys think of Pat McAfee? Real quick, mix in as well. He is now the full-time color analyst from Raw is War.
And his name is John C.
Isn't that how you have to say it? Raw is War.
Raw.
Everybody's like, oh, Netflix got into live sports with WWE. Really yeah, it's theater. It's live theater.
But Monty, they bleed.
Who cares? Who cares? So do the Rockettes when they kick each other. Nobody says anything. It's live theater. It's not live sports. Let's get it right. Shooter, Texas. So Tom Brady will be broadcasting from his kitchen. Pretty sure he will. Cursed Charger Cal fan. Crazy to think a lot of the kids born after 2000 won't even know who Usher is. Why bring that up? Why make me feel old? Because that's so true.
Look at you.
So true. Gabriel, Tom Brady is so rich he has double ovens right aside each other. He's got 4 ovens in his kitchen. What are you thinking, Tommy?
Tommy.
Come on, Tommy. Mike Smith, Tom get plastic surgery or something. He looks odd. What? What do you mean?
I've been out to Fox Studios a few times and done some really dry runs with Kevin, who's tremendous at what he does. I'm super excited to join an amazing team. Rich Russo and Richie Zions.
I mean, what do you mean he looks odd? He don't look no odd. Who's Greg Olsen? Did he play for the Lions or something? Exactly. Exactly. Chances are they are paying Tommy Boy some crazy amount of money so the money man gets the show. Well,
yeah, it's like $300+ million.
But
dude.
It's Tom Brady. I get it. But do you just throw Greg Olsen out with the bathwater? Right? What do you do here? Greg Olsen isn't that good. Oh, I disagree.
No, he's really good, dude.
I think he is really he understands the right thing at the right time.
Yeah, Burkhardt and Greg are excellent together.
Shouty. We need NFL comeback on cable.
Okay.
Is that like broke? Never mind. Jeff Woodworth, Greg Olsen, the greatest Panther of all time. He was a Chicago Bear.
Yeah, dude. He was not a Panther, bro. He was a Bear.
Steve, Taylor Swift is helping the NFL make millions of dollars. She is.
Well, that's why Biden hired her,
Why? DeLon, what was the deal with Al Michaels this season? Did he piss off the feminists? No, he just is old.
Did he piss off the feminists?
I'm sure he did. DeLon's here for it today. Shouty. We need the NFL back on Thursday night football on cable.
Why? Are you not a Prime subscriber? Like, who are you?
You're the one. Shouty doesn't have Prime.
What the fuck are you?
Greg Olson should go to NBC and show Collinsworth his walking papers. Ding. Mark wants to know Chiefs or Niners? Bears.
Chiefs.
Bears. Niners. I liked and shared. Steve said, well,
thank you.
Listen, I mean, I appreciate that. 3,000 views today, 200 likes.
It's disappointing.
It hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
Keaton Critchlow. There's going to be an over-under bet on how many times T-Swips gets shown, and it's probably very high. Why?
Probably.
You know,
yeah.
If old Al pissed off the feminists, then I'm automatically a fan. John? Okay.
Different show, bro.
Okay. Mike Smith, he has alien eyes. Tom is an alien. And first of all, stop saying Tom, it's Tommy.
I've been out to Fox Studios a few times and done some really dry runs with Kevin, who is tremendous at what he does. I'm super excited to join an amazing team. Rich Russo and Richie Zions. We've talked a lot about football. We've talked a lot about how I see the game. And I think Greg's done an incredible job.
I think his eyes are fine.
You are what you are.
I would die to be that good looking once.
What would you give up to get Giselle once?
Nothing. Okay. Jake, I'm married to my queen. I don't talk about, look at any other woman. And I'm surprised since, you're at the stage in your relationship where you're blowing your dad off to go play golf.
I'm not blowing you off. I told you I could go down there Friday.
And you're hanging out with your girlfriend
Dude,
instead of golfing.
I told you I could go down there Friday, bro.
Bros before hoes, I guess not.
This shit's going good.
Yeah. He's a slee stack. Okay. Night guy, Gronk on Fox is bad. Well, he's kicking field goals.
Yeah, but he's a meathead anyway, dude.
James, Mrs. Monty, greater than Giselle. No, that's not true. Scott of Greywater Watch, Cam Whitmore. I've been telling you about the Houston Rockets. People don't want to believe they're coming.
Believe that.
Cursed Charger Cal fan, Monty has me dead. Hey, man. Aaron, where is Mo? I have no idea. Driving his Porsche somewhere. Probably eating a really good steak right about now. I'm jelly. Tommy looks tired. Eyes close together with black circles. His skin is pasty.
Bro,
what?
I've been out to Fox Studios a few times and done some really dry runs with Kevin, who's tremendous at what he does. I'm super excited to join an amazing team. Rich Russo and Richie Zions. We've talked a lot about football. We talked a lot about how I see the game, and I think Greg's done an incredible job.
Listen, again, if he's ugly, I want to be ugly.
Yeah,
I want to be ugly.
Okay,
right? Like I speaking of 3 inches, I want to be ugly. Gary, laying pipe is hard, Monty. Give Jake a break. Hey, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, come on, bro. Can't you understand, dude? Like,
I understand when I offer to pack up the family truckster and drive down to a championship golf course, and you're like, no, I can't do it.
Friday.
Hey, Monty, can't do it, bro.
Friday.
Can you do something for me?
Girlfriend says she won't take my balls off the shelf.
Friday.
Because she's got my balls in a jar and they're on the shelf, and I can't reach it.
Dude.
I'm little Jimmy over here.
I'm not.
She'll take them off the shelf.
Dude,
Monday.
You're being a hater.
Once Monday gets here, balls back on the shaft. You know what I'm saying?
Hater, dog.
Until Monday, they're in a jar on the shelf.
Dude, you're being a hater.
How am I being a hater?
Jackass.
You're being a hater, bro.
I
you
disagree.
Damn well know the window we're in and my time commitments in that window.
The window we're in.
Yes.
And the time commitments.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. I don't my time commitments are not. See, when you're committed,
I haven't been married for 50 years.
When you're committed to a woman,
I haven't been married for 50 years. I'm still trying to build a relationship here. You know what I mean?
Knows that love is real. And it's
okay. I don't know what shit you're on, but you on that weird shit now, bro.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
It really is. Jake needs a bag alert. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean a bag alert, dude? What am I like? Why do I need a bag alert, bro?
John DeLon. Don't you guys understand that this show exists to give Jake a hard time? That's the only. How dumb
do you think I am?
That's it. Mike Smith, a shoe show? Yeah. She shed. Let's see. OG Gary, y'all can take Friday off in golf. We can't wait until Monday morning, 6 a.m. 11
Lidocaine and B12.
6 a.m. Mountain, 11:45 Arizona. That's what I'm saying. CME on the big screen.
Oh, dude.
See me on the big screen says he's whipped. Oh, my God. Whipped and wrapped around that little pinky finger. And he hadn't even got a ring on it yet. Hadn't even got a ring on it yet. And she's like, no, you can't go.
She's not even, it's not even like that.
Hey,
you don't even understand it.
Hey, baby. Old fat ass wants me to go golfing this weekend down in the GC. No, you can't.
That's not what it is.
You cannot. You're gonna stay here.
That's not what it is.
And you are going to.
You know what it is?
You're gonna comb my toe. The hair on my toe. Look at the hair on my toe. You see this little comb? You're gonna comb the little.
If you're going to mock me, at least understand what it is.
You can't go. I am not allowing you to go. Straight. You are in a relationship with a woman, and your life is now miserable.
This is some grade A bullshit right here.
Now, once you put a ring on
That's bullshit.
Once you put a ring on it, and I own 50% of your shit, then you can go.
That's some bullshit, dude.
It might be, but am I wrong?
I said I said I could go Friday.
Man, you just can't. Look, once you put a ring on it, you can do whatever you want, because I know the love is in the heart. But until I see that cubic zirconia looking ring on my finger, boy, how am I supposed to believe that it's really love unless you spend $10,000 on a huge hunk of diamond for me? You know what I'm saying? Pretty sure that was word for word what I heard on the phone today when you called to ask permission.
I did not call to ask permission.
He didn't. I enjoy this so much. Chill, Django. Exactly. My dog's name is Django. Johnny Gonzalez, if Jakey like it, then he should put a ring on it. But that's the thing. He likes it more than golf. I'm just saying. A world championship golf course.
I said I could go Friday.
One we've been trying to play.
Of course,
getting
you
alert.
said no.
Getting alert. Hey man, golf time, tea time available. Fat ass. Let's go. I'm like, okay, bam, baby. Hey Jay.
By the way, you're the same guy who said you golf better with Mrs. Monty than you do with me.
Hey, the last 2 rounds with Mrs. Monty have been pretty good. She golfs better than you.
Okay, that's not true, but that's fine.
That's not true. I'm just saying, man, James, real question. Are you guys going to post at least part of the show so I can watch it?
Bro,
James, you had almost made it the whole show.
Wait, so he can do what?
Real question. Are you guys going to post at least part of the show so I can watch it in the afternoon? I've been coming into work early so I can read.
Bro, okay. James.
Wait, single up.
James, just me and you here. No one else can listen to this.
Everybody else, don't listen right now.
Don't.
Okay, go ahead. You and James.
James, this is YouTube. So when you come on YouTube, the show will be there ready for your consumption. Forever. Hit the like button. Thanks.
There's no posting part of the show. The entire show lives forever. Forever, like in perpetuity, such as in like Jake being whipped. Jake being whipped forever. Never ends. Honey, would you mind if I change my underwear today? No. Stepanik says pizza time. Carruthers, I don't know. Jim was thinking the same thing. Jim what? Jeff? Jim. Why is Monty being such an ass today? How am I being an ass today? Jack, J2H's audio cut out. Well, not my problem. Jake, test your audio. I don't know what happened there. Are you guys desperate for likes? Okay.
Here we go. Desperate for likes, guys, in the chat.
It's YouTube. When you hit the like button, it tells YouTube that you
like the show.
I know, it's crazy.
Oh, this is a clickbait title, bro. Yeah.
And then what does YouTube do with it? They're like, oh, well, Joseph Carruthers hit the like button, so maybe other people will like it, and they send it out. Let's see. Mickey Quintana, can't blame Jake. Clam chowder is better than golf.
Facts.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Again, we can go Friday.
Jeff Woodworth, Monty and J2H just want the pro rata or of likes they deserve. That's what I was saying.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, it's not hard.
It's a clickbait title that I clicked on. Exactly.
I love when guys come in here and they're like, "You guys are just desperate for likes. This is a clickbait title, man." Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that's right.
It is. Thanks.
Big Blue Horses. The government gave me a bucked up laced brownie, and I had a vision. The advocates were there with day trade money. Commanders win it all in 2024.
Infowars.com is tomorrow's news today.
Wow. Lopes Fan Gate for $5. Somebody get Jason Kidd a French fry. He's obviously not thinking clearly. Wow,
bro.
Wow.
Facts.
Hey,
Damn.
Look at my Tar Heels. Not losing yet. They will. It's
Georgia Tech. I mean, they're obviously
going to
lose this game. You know,
Baycott's going to strain a groin.
Yeah, Baycott. Yeah.
John Hamm. Once Jake hires the pool boy, she will allow Jake to golf all he wants.
Listen, bro.
Maybe she'll start giving you permission.
It's not about her giving me permission. That's what you guys don't get, dude.
But that's you have to ask.
No,
and then
I don't
she
have to
gives
ask.
you permission.
That's not
because
that's not
if
true,
what happens
dude?
if you go golfing without her permission?
Okay, you need to understand.
She
something.
grounds you.
This person watches the show, so you might want to make it clear you're kidding. Okay.
What? I'm not kidding though.
You are kidding, and I know you're kidding.
What do you mean?
You're busting my balls about this.
I am not.
You are. You are.
Okay.
You are.
Maybe I just don't understand the fundamentals of your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You ask permission, she declines.
It's not about
we don't
asking
go golf.
permission, dude. It's not what it's about.
Yeah, yes, it's ball busting. It's guys having fun, talking shit. That's what we do. We're guys.
Mm-hmm.
We make fun of each other.
Uh-huh.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Okay. James, my New Year's resolution is to write a book, so I have to do research. I've read 50 pages a day for the last 9 days. See, I haven't read 50 pages in the last 9 years. Guy? Hey, man. Honey, I'd love to look, bro. I'd love to go golfing, but I got to read my 50 pages. So you're going to have to go alone. Ask Jake.
Biologics.
Ask Jake to go golfing.
How do you read about aliens?
Ask Jake to go golfing. I would, but his girlfriend won't let him.
Human or non-human?
It's about J2H trying to control. It's about J2H trying to control his little world.
Oh.
You guys don't think I'm serious about this, do you? And by the way, James, I hope you write your book, dude. That's a great accomplishment.
The ink isn't dry yet.
But I'm just ball busting, which I will continue now to do. Carruthers, I'm a meathead hyena and desperate for likes guy. That still press the like button. That's exactly my point.
You fucking donkey.
It's not the size of the noodle, Mike, but the motion in the pool.
That's right. That's
3 inches of greatness. Trust me, Mrs. Monty always says, well, when are you going to get started? When are you going to get started? I'm like, sweetheart, I'm done, girl. Joke, kidding. Okay. Can I ask a serious question now that will probably piss off most of America? Here on the Monty Show, presented by Bucked Up, buckedup.com, the official energy drink of the Monty Show.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. We got to talk about it. This is going to rock the boat. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah.
Deep breath in. Is horns down? All hat, no cattle, bro. An insult to the University of Texas. Hook 'em, boy. Is horns down an insult? So there may have been a small incidence of horns down where the basketball coach got pissed. Okay, Texas goes to the great land of old men who are fat and Mormon who die by the time they're 50. Still one of the greatest insults ever lobbed on this show. Texas goes to BYU in Provo.
Yeah.
In the front row of the student section, which is quite legitimately one of the best student sections in the country.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of BYU supporters were wearing shirts that spelled out horns down.
Mm-hmm.
After the first media timeout, a BYU media personnel member came over and said, the shirts go or you guys go. And all of a sudden, it caused an outrage. And it sparked this debate about whether or not saying horns down is an insult. Is it an insult?
I mean, by nature, yeah, you're talking trash by saying horns down. Yeah, but I don't think it's not an insult on the level of like calling someone stupid or like personally attacking someone. You're Texas. You're the Longhorns. So saying horns down is a natural, trash talking tactic. Like it's not this, in my opinion, this was overreacting by BYU. This was overreaching and totally unnecessary. And Mark Pope, head coach at BYU, can come out here on the dais and be like, yeah, that's just not who we are as a team and an institution. Okay, cool, dude. I get it, man. But what I'm here to tell you is this was overreaching.
Yeah.
These kids were having fun in the Rock, which is the name of the student section, and you made a big deal about it.
Not being profane, not being anti-sportsman. And I think this goes back to Duke volleyball. I think this goes back to BYU being in a position where they have to be overly cautious, because I think that BYU has a reputation of being a very hostile environment to go on a road trip to. And it is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. It is one of the most difficult. Ooh, man, a Georgia Tech kid just bounced his head off the floor. God, dog. That looked like it hurt. And nobody's rushing out to help him. And I don't understand this. Like, what are we doing? Ooh. This is one of those things where I think a BYU has a reputation. And I think it's very difficult when you are BYU, you can no longer take risks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're in a situation where now you're in a position where you have to ask them to take those shirts off. Do I believe in any way, shape, or form that horns down is an insult? It's not. It is no worse than just about any other thing that gets said to BYU, who takes an unbelievable amount of abuse for being Mormon. I think it is no worse than just about everything that is ever said in a college football stadium.
Seriously.
And if horns down hurts your feelings, you're not cut out for this business. And now, Texas fan, I'm going to say this, and it's probably going to piss you off. You need thicker skin.
That's what fucking ticks me the
right?
fuck off.
And I know you just dug your spur into the rib cage of that fine animal, but you have got to stop being so dog soft.
Yeah.
Like, this is you being soft.
Yes,
and
it is.
I know that that's not a new or original take, but that doesn't make it any less true. Texas fan has to grow thicker skin. You're winning at a very high level, especially in football right now. You're only going to win more. Grow a set, because this is not going to go away. If you think horns down is bad now, what's going to happen when you go to the college football playoff this year?
100%.
Right? Like, I mean, this is what it is. And I just don't see this as an issue.
Yeah, and I think that BYU, I agree they've got to play it safe, but I also think that's a very fine line to walk. I mean, if you start playing things too safe and being petty about things like this, I think you kind of muddy the water a little bit. Like, there's a line, and you just need to uphold that line. But they weren't cursing, they weren't being vulgar, they weren't, by all reports, they were just being fans. Yet you did this, so I didn't like it at all.
No, I think it is. I truly think it is. This is a bit much.
Totally overreaching with it.
And I think when you look at the BYU student section, it's intimidating, man. And if you haven't seen, these are the shirts that they made them take off. This is soft ass.
Yeah.
And I think, obviously, I don't know. Did Texas complain? Probably not. Do you think this is the first time they've seen this? Probably not. Right? I think the Rock, again, which is the BYU student section, the Rock is fantastic. And you need to let them express themselves. I think this was a quick trigger by BYU. And I think it was a mistake. And again, at the Marriott Center, like, dude, this is a tough place to win a basketball game if you're a visiting team. And I think this was incredibly overreaching by BYU. But that's not to say I don't understand.
Oh my God, dude. This Georgia Tech basketball player took a knee to the back of the head.
I thought he hit his head on the ground.
No, he hits his head on the knee of the player.
Okay, now I see it. I thought initially when he fell down, he hit his head on the floor. And Dongo is the player that got kneed in the back of the head. Ooh.
Yeah, that's rough, bro.
And they didn't run out there to assist him, which I thought was really weird.
Yeah.
Was really weird.
Anyway.
Boy, this is a big, I'm telling you guys right now, this is a big game for North Carolina. This is that game. They're at Georgia Tech. And this is that game that you give away. Georgia Tech 11, North Carolina 10 with 15:28 to go in the first half. This is that game that you give away if you're North Carolina. You know that game that North Carolina always gives away?
Yes.
It's not Duke. It's not like this is the game that North Carolina will give away.
Win rather comfortably, you give away.
Yeah, Baycott's so good when he's good. Anyway, let's get your thoughts on this. Big Daddy Magic, 95% of BYU fans do not swear and have good manners. They do. I agree. Jeff Woodworth, Texas fans are a laughing stock of the NCAA because they are so soft. Are they really, though? Come on. Fight on, Natties. What's up, dude? Says opposing fans are supposed to be hostile towards. In high school, when we played this one school, they used to hit us with batteries. We never removed our helmets from the locker room to the field, dude. I don't even think that's uncommon.
Yeah, I don't think we know about the worst stuff in fandom as far as the opposing team is concerned.
Yeah. Willie Wilson says the SEC will use it every week. Okay. I agree they will use it every week. You're going to hear this routinely, right? You're going to hear it routinely. Texas will have a wake-up call coming to them if they think they're going to be held in the SEC. Yeah, I think you better get ready. You better get ready because you wind up in Athens, Tuscaloosa, you wind up anywhere in this league. You wind up in the SIP, you wind up in Oxford, you wind up in you're in for a time. OG Gary, SEC will eat them fans alive. Totally agree. Totally. And this is the beauty of, speaking of OG Gary and all 12 of his universities, but Utah and BYU being at Rice Eccles this year, cannot wait for that game.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. Shooter, Texas. The entire university has a soft AF culture, not just about sports.
Okay.
James, the Texas baseball park is great. They have food trucks on the left field side. I will be there in May when Oak State plays Texas. The po' boy I ate last time was amazing.
Appreciate you, James.
Always with the,
Hi, this is James. Welcome back.
I got to tell you, the Texas pickleball facility.
Yay!
The street tacos and the taquitos, unbelievable. Unbelievable. So good. Love me some pickleball. Shouty, embrace the hate, Texas fan. The Nye guy, this is why Texas wants to seed. Exactly. Put more razor wire in the river, friends. It's how you do. Joseph Harper, the king of should I say, I don't want to jinx him. The Prize Picks guru who has never lost one time, ever. If I was a Texas fan, I would rather have horns down than birds up. Okay. You mean, sorry, I hate when
this is a family program.
My bad.
Dude.
Program.
Johnny Gonzalez, sarcasm off. Oh, that's a real useful invention. Okay. I don't get it. John DeLon, most college football fans don't understand this, but Texas fans are so arrogant and entitled that they think you should have nothing but respect for them, but they can make fun of you.
You're a douche.
Said every college football fan base about their biggest rival.
Yeah.
Well, BYU thinks because they have the honor code, then we should be nice to them. They're not nice to us. They threw beer on Max Hall's mom. I just go to Max. Okay, I'll stop. Mike Smith, nerds are at Adam Adams College. Totally.
Okay.
Katie Rader, a letter H t-shirt is an honor violation. No, it's not. Now, if you were wearing a Monty Show t-shirt using the merch link in the description below, and maybe you got a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, or a trucker hat, maybe a ball cap. You know,
Facts.
Monty Show merch. You guys all asked for it.
Yeah, you all said, "Oh, you guys never, release a merch." Now we release merch, and what do we get? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. The Nye guy, is James the head writer for Mr. Peterman's clothing magazine from Seinfeld? I believe he is.
Bet you weren't expecting this one.
I believe he is. Sean Rollins, fitted hats? No. Snapback truckers. Can't do fitted hats.
Yeah, can't do fitted hats, dude.
John DeLon, I am an LSU fan, unlike OG Gary, who's a Utah fan. Texas isn't even close to the Tigers' biggest rival. No, not at all. That'd be the University of Illinois. It's LSU's biggest. Gabriel, I could just imagine fans screaming horns down at the Longhorns court, then a fight breaking out because of how soft the fan base is.
Mm-hmm.
Giggity, I got my hoodie, but then it wasn't cold enough anymore for hoodies. Yeah, it's like 80 degrees in Arizona. What are you hyenas doing down there to make it 80 degrees in Arizona?
Yeah, just turn
already?
your AC down to like 50, and then you can wear your hoodie.
You know, Katie Rader says, give merch away instead of Amazon cards to spool it up. Okay. I'll give a Monty Show sweatshirt away if it's 5:18 Arizona time. I'll give you 2 minutes to get to 250 likes.
How many do we have?
211.
It's not that
That's
hard, bro.
39 more likes.
160 of you watching. Let's go.
That's 39 more likes with 160 people watching. If we get to 250, I'll give away a Monty Show sweatshirt.
Hey, Monty.
Hey, Monty. I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't you dare me not to do it. Okay, a couple of non-sports stories before we get out of here. Because this is our show and this is what we do.
Right.
16 mistakes you're making with fast food. This, according to, if you guys don't go to tastingtable.com, you're getting your food news wrong. 16 mistakes that you make at fast food restaurants. Using the bags to put sauce on.
I've never done this, and I don't understand how people do this.
So I think what this says is French fries and ketchup is a classic combination, but not everyone wants to get ketchup all over their hands. So people fold the bag down flat and pour their dipping sauce onto the bag. Do people really do that?
I don't.
That is disgusting. Where is the outside of that bag bin? Are you serious right now? Somebody in the comments section, own up to doing this.
Yeah, one of you hyenas has done this.
You cannot pour ketchup. Honey, my wife, oh my God. Again, honey, I married, honey. I married way over my head. We went to Shake Shack the other day. The experience sucked. But so we're driving home and we're ready to eat. We go to Shake Shack. She got this honey mustard sauce. Dude, it was so good. And Shake Shack honey mustard sauce, bros. But you don't put it on the bag to then put it on your chicken.
Idiots.
Somebody needs to tell me that you do this.
Why did I get sick? Why is my stomach upset? I don't know. Maybe because you just incurred all those germs from the fast food workers.
I can't even.
Come on.
1 through 16 eating it. What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
You'll have to explain that to me. What if all 160 watching have already hit the like button? Mission failed. Well, that's not the case because we're at 226. We need 26 more of you guys to hit the like button.
There's no way all 160 of you have liked it.
If 26 more people hit the like button, I'll give away a Monty Show sweatshirt. I'm just saying.
Do it.
I'm just saying. Gabriel said, wait, what? People use the bags? Yes, people use the bag.
It's gnar, bro.
The Nye guy, bag alert. It's a major bag alert.
Yeah,
it is.
See, I think it's the opposite
terrible.
of a bag alert, dude. It's the opposite because a bag alert is like you're doing well, like you're making that bread. This is the opposite, dude. You're literally ingesting all those germs.
You're choking on a D.
Yeah, dude. That's not gonna work.
So
bro.
bad. Tanner Plummer says, sup. What's up, dog? Sup, dog? Horns down. Let's see.
Wow.
Jeff Woodworth, bag boys. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay. UW fan Jim, that's what the inside of a food wrapper is for. Thank you.
Seriously.
OG Gary, I pour the sauce on the inside of the bag or the inside of the nugget box. Thank you. Inside of the nugget box.
You would be a nugget guy, OG Gary. You would be a guy who gets nuggies, not strips.
Bro, I got nuggies at Shake Shack the other day.
No, you got strips.
No, I got nuggies.
Why did you get nuggies?
They're shaped like dinosaurs. Mrs. Monty loves chicken strips.
Yeah.
And we so rarely eat them.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it this morning when we weren't working out.
Right.
And dude, I am on an oats run right now. She made this gas chili. Bro, it is so good. The awkward guy, hell yeah, those bags are clean. No, they're not. No, they're not. Tanner Plummer, did I miss the horns down segment? Sad days. You did. You did. James, I open up Big Mac boxes and put ketchup in the top of the box.
Yeah, that's the right way to do it,
That's
dude.
exactly right. And
but
James,
the problem is Big Macs are overrated, dude.
James, but no, you shut your mouth. They were not overrated in the 80s.
You have no frame of reference here, Donnie.
Big Macs are now overrated.
I was born. I don't care. Like,
are we going to try a double Big Mac?
Are they available?
I don't know. I think they are.
I mean, I guess.
I'm not doing a double. My wife will divorce me if I eat a double. Is this weird?
Okay,
Wait, we'll get back to this in a second.
Talk about this. We need to talk about this.
What?
This meat thing with you.
So we were watching videos over the weekend.
New videos.
Mrs. Monty and I, we stayed at this great hotel. Anyway. So we have a bunch of sex, and then we were watching these. Anyway.
I don't need to know about your sex life, dog.
So there's this one position. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God, just like that.
We were watching these videos of this master butcher in Ohio.
Yeah, a lot of meat,
Daddy.
Just slicing through that meat like a hot knife through your mom. And
that motherfucker don't miss, man.
And you know the thing that was annoying about the video? He's like this guy with a huge groomed beard, good-looking guy. He's got guns. He's in good. The fucking guy looks like a lumberjack cutting up meat. It was so annoying, and he is so annoying, and I'm jealous.
Macaque.
But we were talking about it, and then my wife made in the Instapot. We made pork loin. I opened the Instapot, and I almost threw up from the smell. And I'm not exaggerating. Like I had trouble with it. The advocates gave me this huge, beautiful cleaver knife. Used it to chop up the meat, and I had to force myself just to eat a piece of the meat. And then I was okay. It was good. I can't eat pork anymore. I'm done with it, man. Like I'm telling you, and this is probably me just being neurotic. I'm open to the conversation. My wife is 99.9% vegan. If it didn't grow in the ground or on a tree or some other thing, she's not eating it. And I'm pretty much pushing in that direction. Like if you ask me, what'd you have for lunch today? Organic chili that is amazing. And I poured turkey in it, right? Amazing. Really good. What I had for lunch yesterday? Pork with turkey, pork and turkey mixed together and a sweet potato. Amazing. What'd you have for breakfast? Oats. What do I have for breakfast every day?
I thought you were going to say pork and turkey.
No. But I'm really struggling to eat. I can't bring myself to eat red meat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when I lost it. We went to Mastro's during CES. Me and Jake had a lovely dinner with my sister-in-law and her husband, and it was great.
Yeah.
And I struggled to eat my steak. And we went to Nonna Ina in St. George over the weekend. Best Italian restaurant in the state of Utah. Great lasagna. Bro, I ordered Italian sausage and I struggled to eat it. And it was also like I have to force myself to eat it now. It's weird. I don't know what happened or when it happened, but it is just really strange to me.
You watch documentaries and that's why that happens.
But then this what was it? The Wendy's, I think, came out with a Canadian bacon burger.
Yeah, Wendy's.
Today? Nah, bro. I don't eat bacon already, just as a health decision. Like bacon's terrible for you. But man, dude, yes, OG Gary, Monty forcing a glizzy down.
Yeah.
Without biting. But my point is, I love a good hot dog, dude. I was at Costco the other day, and I was standing in line with Mrs. Hey, Monty, and I'm looking at the menu at Cafe 150. I'm like, dude, I don't think I could walk up there and get a hot dog right now. I just don't think I could do it. Chicken bake? Yes. Hot dog? Don't think I could do it.
You're
Willie
so
Wilson.
weird with it, bro.
Monty, so you don't eat hamburgers? Not right now. I'm not eating red meat at all. Like, and it's not because I'm perfectly healthy. Like we've talked about this on the show. And if you're new, put your hands at 10 and 2 or, perfect colonoscopy.
Q Janus.
Perfect blood work, perfect cholesterol. My doctor told me you're never going to have a heart attack or a stroke unless you completely change your lifestyle in the negative. I don't smoke. I really don't drink very often. Really healthy. But I love me a steak. You put me in Mastro's Ocean Club, give me a 16-ounce New York strip. Usually I just pound that meat like you don't even know how. Nothing?
What am I supposed to do with that, dude?
Anyway, but I'm really struggling with it. And I'm actually not even upset about it.
What do you think it is, though? Like, what? Like, if you really had to narrow it down, like, what is the...
I see cows walking around when I'm ordering that steak, when I'm looking at them, and I know this is wild. This is wild. I am sitting at Mastro's ordering a steak, and I'm like, damn, that used to be a cow walking around. And I can't do it. I'm watching this fucking butcher on Instagram and TikTok, and he's cutting up a bison. Like he's got a bison like hanging, like that's the biggest piece of meat. He's probably bigger than that, longer too. But he's got this bison. He's got this bison. This really good-looking sex machine of a butcher has this bison hanging on a hook. And I'm like, dude, I go and watch those things at Yellowstone. I'm not eating it. He's cutting a bison into ribeye fillets. I'm not eating that. I can't do it. He showed this thing where
because the animal was alive at one point.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly right.
So you feel bad the animal was killed.
Yeah, we're standing there looking at pork chops at Harmon's the other day. Because I was like, I'm getting a little worn out on ground turkey. Need a little something different. I'm looking at pork chops. And I'm just like, dude, I know what pigs do.
There's nothing like a good pork chop, bro.
After it rolls around in its own poop and eats its own poop and poops its own poop.
Which doesn't matter because you're going to kill all the germs anyway.
I think can't do it. Can't do it.
It's not about the germs, dude. You've been eating pork chops your whole life.
It's not about the germs, but I know where that pig goes. It's not a thing where I'm like, oh, God, that poor little animal's dead. We breed cows in this country to die, right? With it, it's not even that. The other part of it is like global warming with cows.
Okay, this I agree with. I agree with this 100%.
We are, and I don't want to talk politics, you guys. I don't. I'm not here for it. But we're burning down the rainforest so that they can put more cattle on rainforest land because there's such a huge demand. Is the demand in Europe? Is the demand in Russia? Is the demand on the Pacific Rim? Well, I mean, the demand then has to be in Australia and New Zealand. No, it's North America, the United States specifically. There's such a massive demand for animal products in North America. And they're making so much money on it, they're burning down the rainforest. And I was watching a documentary, and the guy said, hey, every time you have that steak, just visualize a puff of smoke going up over the rainforest, because that's where it's coming from. And that is where it's coming from.
Yeah.
That bothers me.
Yeah.
And the environment, beef production is so much worse now than even car pollution. It's wild to me.
Yeah.
It's wild to me.
Yeah.
Tanner, I've stopped eating meat largely for health reasons, climate change, and yes, animal cruelty. It's tough, dude. It is. Regular bacon, bad. Canned bacon, good. Oh, canned bacon?
Dude.
Come on. John Hamm, Jake, you should be happy he knows how to hit the meat. You could have ended up on the pillowcase. I said it to him today. You're not allowed to go golfing with me.
I could have left you on the carpet has been said to me my whole life.
That is a line that I've used often.
His cock.
Man, I should have just left your ass on the carpet.
Why do I deal with this? I should have left you on the carpet, man.
I specifically remember one time where I made an incredible pass to him in the corner. We're playing basketball. And he's a great three-point shooter. I'm a dominant force in the paint. Call me Patrick Ewing, even though because I can't dunk either, and neither clearly can Patrick Ewing. I made a pass to him cross court, and he shot an air ball. And I made a Jim laugh when I said to him, I should have left your ass on the carpet. Now, you guys have to know our dynamic that I'm not serious about that. Yeah. He knows I'm not serious about that most of the time.
We in our day, because we don't play basketball anymore.
No.
Unfortunately. But when we were in our heyday playing basketball, dude, we would terrorize gyms, bro.
Oh, my God.
Like.
Yeah, we would. I'm the types of dude where Jake could throw it to me in the post. I'd throw it back out to him, like at the elbow, 3-point extended elbow. We had eye contact and signals through eye contact where he would start running and I would set the pick and just blowing dudes
drop that
up.
Motherfucker.
And the best part is when you hear you set a hard pick and the guy runs in you and you hear him go, and you know two things happen. He feels pain and a little pee came out of him because he ran into a brick wall. And I cannot tell you how many times I'll drop a pick on a guy and he'll be like, is somebody going to call that out? I am a sadist. Too much bacon for the yoga pants to handle? Not at all. You know, the funny thing is eating less meat, I lose more weight.
Yeah.
It's so much better for your health.
There's no question if you don't eat meat, the less bulk in your stomach helps you lose weight. There's no question.
Monty, no hamburger. I'm praying for you, brother. I love hamburgers. I do. The Nye guy. I'm a retired meat cutter. I don't touch hamburger unless I grind it myself.
Yeah.
God, the production. You probably talk dirty to your steak, Monty. I do. There's nothing like going to the butcher and getting a freshly chopped New York, like strip or a ribeye, just holding it in your hand.
I got some A1 sauce for you.
It's red and bloody, and you just
okay.
Too much,
dude. Too
much. That's disgusting. Sean Rollins, I'm going hog hunting. Send me the address, Monty. No,
nah, bro.
I'm not. No, man. I'm not. Baby cow. Okay. KC for Prez. Ron Nolan, that used to be a baby cow. Veal Parmesan, yum. Oh, bro, veal is so bad. Let's see. Boston Mapes, setting a good pick and blocking a shot. Two favorite things playing ball, dude.
Well, and the problem is that when you set picks on that level, then the defender starts giving me space to shoot, and it's just it's brutal, bro. And the other problem is that my guy over here he'll be on the strong side block and I'll be on the weak side wing. He'll just be like firing these passes next to dudes' heads and it like trips them out.
I'm the one thing I do really well in basketball is pass. And I'm accurate and I don't have to, I can throw it behind my back. I can throw it behind my head without looking through my legs. Like I know we played enough ball together. I knew where he was all the time. And like, if I have it on the far block, I have the ability with my left hand to just whip it cross court, and you throw a pass to somebody and it goes right by two guys. One guy sees it coming and can't do anything about it. The other guy is guarding Jake, has his back to me, and it goes right by his head. And then Jake drops a 3-point bomb.
Where my defender will hear the ball go by his head. He'll look. I have it. I shoot. And it's an open look because he's looking at what just happened.
It's unbelievable.
It's wild.
Unbelievable. Wasikowski, cow farts have nothing to do with CO2, but if you want a healthier option, bison is the way to go. That is completely the methane that cows put out, the methane that beef production in this country puts out, is unbelievable. Unbelievable. It is so bad. Only meat virgins use A1. Thank you. A1 is for cowards. Just cowards.
Yeah.
John DeLon, you might get one hard pick on me. After that, your ribs are going to make friends with my elbow. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, because you never know it's coming, dude.
You don't see it.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for it and you turn your head, it's over.
Yeah.
Because he's either going to stop and step back or he's going to cross you over.
Yeah.
You're absolutely in no man's land.
Yeah.
Tanner Plummer, when I played City League, people said I was the second coming of LeBron. No, they didn't.
Yeah, that's not true, dude.
No. He said, just kidding, I was mid. Jeff Woodworth, Willie, another reason not to give up red meat. Willie, when you cut down on red meat, you don't fart as much. Not true at all. Not true at all. Here's the thing. I get more fiber and protein without red meat than I ever did eating it. My gut health and my intestinal health, like weight loss, body fat, cholesterol, cortisol, all of it. And that doesn't even account for the quality of the meat that you're eating. Does it have antibiotics? What was it farmed on? Was it free range? Probably not free range. Like all that stuff matters, dude. The things you don't even think about that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Willie Wilson, Jeff Woodward, isn't that the truth? Okay. Do you guys really think that when you eat less red meat that you fart less? Because I just farted right now. I get more fiber from oats, from vegetables, from sweet potatoes. And I know, dude, a year ago, you would have never heard me say this. It just is. It's just a complete way you change things. Barbecue chicken is my go-to if I want to eat healthy. I don't hate, but again, it's the quality of that chicken, because factory raised chickens are terrible for you.
Yeah.
Terrible. Jeff Woodworth, why aren't the other D calling out the picks? I don't know. And frankly,
because they
I don't care.
know the pick is coming.
It does happen rather quickly because, again, Jake and I he's standing 20, 15 feet in front of me. He's going to look at me and he is going to start running. And I time the pick so that I am set by the time his defender gets to my point. It doesn't give people when you're playing pickup basketball, they're not basketball players.
Yeah.
They don't understand calling out picks or what a pick and roll is or what a pick and pop is, or guys don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Willie Wilson, I don't fart near as much when I eat less red meat. Well, okay. That's cool. Free range means a fence around the door open of the barn, correct?
Yeah.
Especially in chickens, it's wild. Johnny Gonzalez, Barbie Chew is jerky flavored that has yet to be invented. Okay. I was gas at ball. I'm sure you were. And people who have gas while they play ball. Katie Rader, come on, common guys, carbs make you fart. Atkins people don't really fart. Look it up. Okay.
Okay, man. Hey, that's your opinion, bro. It's your opinion.
That's
dog.
cool.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I did really well on Atkins too.
Yeah.
Really, really well on Atkins. But that's cool. Ron Nolan, I love it when my porterhouse talks to my baked potato. Move over.
Oh, there's no question. Just from a pure enjoyment standpoint, there's nothing like a great steak.
Nothing.
Just from an enjoyment standpoint, steak, potatoes, and mac, there's nothing like it.
Yeah,
Literally nothing like it.
I will never eat anything that's dry aged ever again.
No, that torched you.
I'm sure I will have a steak again in my life.
Yeah.
I'm certain I will have a burger again in my life. It will not be often.
Yeah.
It will not. Gabriel, did you guys hear about Rajon Rondo? Yeah, drugs and guns.
Yeah, nice job, dude.
Enjoy that retirement money. Farting cleanses the soul. I believe that it does.
Mm-hmm.
I will trust me when I say, if you get a colonoscopy and it comes back perfect, no polyps, you're not going to get that when you eat a lot of red meat. If you eat a lot of processed meats, things like sausage, hot dogs, lunch meats, it's not even arguable.
Yeah.
It's not good for your digestive tract. It's not good for your colon. It's not good for, and that.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Johnny Gonzalez, farts set better picks than other players. Look it up. Truth. Biggest weapon in basketball, farts. Truth. I thought this was a sports channel, not a fart network. Well, we tend to morph into different things.
Farting is a sport, dude. I mean,
Yeah. Willie Wilson. If I wanna fart, I just drink a Bud Light. Bud Light's good. Johnny Gonzalez, late in the game, he did a free throw fart. Yeah, because if you fart, it'll project the ball forward. It'll give you a little push.
Yeah, maybe Zion could work on that technique.
James, I played church league with a guy who played at University of Miami. He showed me how to really shoot the ball and worked on my shot with me. It was awesome to hit threes on people who didn't know I could shoot. And that quality time we spent together stroking the balls from the three-point line.
You got to get stroked.
I mean, it was amazing.
Honestly, I'd start stroking guys.
He taught me that three-point stroke. And I still use it to this day as a married man. My three-point stroke is on point. Okay. Johnny Gonzalez. MFN, all new sports channel on public access TV, Utah. Men's farting network. I think there's
doesn't get any more red, white, and blue than that.
Patent trademark on that. Tanner, I'm having beans for dinner, so y'all know who's coming later tonight. Or what's coming later.
You're definitely
tonight.
not.
Yeah, you're married. You're not coming ever. Mike Smith, ball stroking in the church league. Awkward. James said it. Gary Wolf, why did Lamar suck on Sunday? Center was farting. I agree. All right, couple more. Giggity. I played church ball with Jesus, the landscaper. Hey, man.
Bro.
Jesus, first of all. Sean Rollins, new meaning to pew pew. Played against Chauncey Billups when I was a freshman in high school, and he was a senior. Did pretty well, kept him under 50. You remember Brad Miller, the former Sacramento King big man? Yeah, almost beat him in a three-point shooting contest. Almost. Not close. Is Jake now jealous of Mr. Miami?
I don't understand.
Who's Mr. Miami?
Yeah, who's Mr. Miami, dude?
Mickey Quintana, CNN News reported that Trump is jumping on the conspiracy concerning the Chiefs and Taylor Swift.
Who cares?
Good for him.
Yeah, great.
I think it's so funny that people are like, "Oh, she's an operative," and they're a fake couple.
Yeah, and Biden hired her. It's a psyop. Come on, dude.
Wasikowsk farter. If cow farts had anything to do with the climate, then why don't they say anything about 8 billion human farting a day? Because it's.
Dude, you're so thick-headed about this, dude.
Is that a real question? He's
like,
trolling.
Are you being serious?
No, he's trolling. He is absolutely trolling. Okay. There is no way that is real. The Monty Show presents by our good friends at The Advocates, theadvocates.com. 2 more afternoon shows for you coming up, Wednesday and Thursday. I'm going to be going by myself to St. George to play golf because certain people are not allowed to go. And then Monday morning at 6 a.m. Mountain, 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. The Monty Show premieres in mornings. You guys are amazing. Thanks for being here. Hit the like button on the way out. Tomorrow, hell or high water or farts from cows, unless you're Eric Wasikowski. I don't know. Say goodbye, Jake.
Goodbye, Jake.